Part 3. An Urgent Summons. Oh, welcome everyone to DieFall Alderheart episode 11. We are looking at the names of the emotes in chat right now because I thought that the teen "How do you do, fellow kids" was a very long name for an emote, and then simply had to come in with the Skyhook Nightmare Fuel one. It's a very long emote name. But yeah, so hi, welcome everyone, welcome. And turns out I forgot to turn the music on, so we're gonna just do that right meow. So welcome to the show. This is where we play a game of Dungeons and Dragons, but everyone's a furry animal or a feathered animal. It's pretty awesome. So how have you guys been? Malaveth, I brought these up for a particular reason. If you guys missed out on the the sticker club, I got a bunch of really cool stickers, specifically, obviously my favorite one, which was the newish one with the
She's so brave, and she's got a knife.
She's got a knife!
A knife!
She's got a knife!
But
yeah, Malaveth sent out really cool stickers of her art, and now they have them on my desk, and I need to decide what I'm going to do with them. I thought I knew where I was gonna put them, but I don't know yet. I have to figure it out.
That's the thing with stickers. Usually, if I can't figure it out, sometimes, you know that little blue walls tacky stuff that you use for posters up? I'll put that on the back of a sticker, like not take the back off.
Oh,
and
that's
then put that
smart.
like on the wall.
I've never
or
thought
something.
about that.
Yeah,
I may
because I
just
can't
do that
commit.
then. I've got like
Yeah,
because
I get afraid I'm not gonna like I don't want to waste the sticker if it's really, really cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's permanent at some point, right?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just like,
how
man.
am I gonna peel this off the wall?
Why are you putting stickers on walls?
I don't know.
You know,
So I'm an
it's a
agent
place
of-
to put them.
Agent of chaos.
Some of the wall just comes with it when you take it off. It's fine.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it doesn't always come all the way off.
Landlord, I'll need that wall.
Still fine. But yeah.
I am less concerned about putting stickers on walls as much as I'm putting them on laptops. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
why?
I never understood that
Why?
craze at all.
I
just didn't
have a
get it.
MacBook with like 10 stickers on it that will never see the light of day again, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them
Technology
are-
just changes so much. It's like,
I've got all my stickers on my easel. Yes.
oh
I'll just
yeah.
That's smart.
That would make sense.
I think you got a donut on there, but
I do.
from
I
somebody.
do.
I got a little donut.
I got some of Mally's up there too.
Aw, look at that.
Yeah.
Friends supporting friends. It's adorable out here. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. This is great.
Awesome.
So Leslie, I did want to ask you,
Yeah.
how are you enjoying Ori and the Will of the Wisps, or Ori 2?
It's so
Mhm.
good. It's so good. It is a grand improvement from the original game without breaking from the concept. The art style is extremely cool. I highly encourage that if you do play it and get to like certain boss fights and stuff, you go back and watch the VOD and watch how the entire environment changes as you play and reacts to everything that's happening as you play, which is wild. The entire space animates for everything that happens, which is really cool.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
not noticed that yet.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
Okay.
If you get to have you gotten to a particular beetle boss fight, a large beetle yet?
No, small
Okay.
beetles only.
When
Small
you
beetles
get to
only.
big beetle, just
Big beetle.
keep in mind to go back and watch
Okay.
the environment as
Yeah.
you play that because it's so cool. Like
I've only
so
had
cool.
the first interaction with the wolf. and
Yeah,
then
that one too
I-
has some, but still.
I did the I was mostly panicking during that fight.
Me too.
but
I
that
got a
was-
little mad.
Yeah, I was a little panicky. And then I got through some of the beginning bow puzzles, and then that's when I ended the stream, because I beat Doom in the beginning of that stream, and then started Ori at the second half of that stream, and I was like, so I didn't have a whole section of stream time on it yet.
Yeah, no, I love
Oh,
it
no.
though because it's definitely like a good branch from the original without being too different. Like I like how
Yeah.
they've kind of hollow knighted it a little bit too, like with some of the skill sets and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
so.
remember being so attack focused in the old one.
Mhm.
Is that what? Am I remembering that correctly? 'Cause
Well,
it's been a while
there's
since
going to
I
be
played
some
it, but-
abilities that you can get that aren't as attack focused.
Okay.
It's survival and like movement both if you want to go
Sure,
that route.
I remember.
So
I remember the movement skills.
yeah.
Right from the first one, and then in this one, they're like, by the way, here's your attack button, and you just like kind of have this forever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's- I don't remember that being a thing, but
It's very customizable this time around.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It was fun.
I also have had I'm just gonna toot my own horn and say I've had a really good day today, and I appreciate you guys coming late for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, we do these things for our friends, isn't
It's
that right?
my fault, chat.
Isn't that right? It's
How
but it
dare.
was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So yeah, we appreciate you guys being patient with us and allowing us to start an hour late. We will go over that subsequent hour. We'll still have the full show time, so don't worry about that. There's definitely some things to resolve in this episode from what happened last time. But yeah. So let's finish going around. Rob, how have you been, bud? I hear you. Are you work from home now because
I'm a work from home
coronavirus
boy.
is a thing?
Yeah, here I am.
Yeah. So chat, stay safe out there. Don't
Wash
get
your
virused.
damn hands.
Yeah. Wash those.
Yeah.
You should be washing them anyways, but like
Well, I mean, yeah.
also do it now.
Should have always been doing it. What was wrong with you?
But like actually when there's no one in the bathroom and you're at work, do actually wash your hands instead of pretending like you do and then
Because
leaving.
you know who's watching? Santa Claus.
It's true. Year round even,
Yeah.
I hear. Not even just
Yeah.
around Christmas. It's
He's
crazy.
watching.
It's kind of creepy, but a little crazy. Good.
Yeah.
How have you been otherwise, bud?
That was good. My for Valentine's Day, I bought my girlfriend who is in the UK tickets to come over and hang out for a week. So she's just chilling. She's over there somewhere on the other side of the house doing things.
Hello, I waved.
Will do. She might be able to go home as planned. It's up in the air. Right now, mainland Europe is banned. UK
She might just live with you now.
She might just live with me for now. Who knows? It's a whole thing. So,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Reiterate.
Stay
Stay safe out there,
stay
chat.
safe.
Stay
Take
safe.
it easy, and
If you're sick, don't go to work.
yeah,
That's-
just don't risk spreading the disease. Paint on your easel.
Or stickers.
Where stickers have been
Or
placed
stickers.
as well. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
May, how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've
What's
also
been
been
going
on the Ori train.
Nice. Yes. Oh, that's right. You did like 17 hours straight or something like that.
Yeah, as you do.
So you're pretty far into it at this point.
I've been fairly thorough, so I'm only about 53% done.
That's pretty thorough for something because it's kind of a shortish game, isn't it? At least the first one was. I don't know anything. I mean,
There's a lot more to do, but the story can still be short.
okay, so a lot more side content stuff.
A lot
wasn't
more.
necessarily. Yeah, I did note there were side quests that didn't actually happen in the first one, and I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, sure, I'll help you do a thing, and fetch quest Ori now. So
I think it has the most adorable fetch quest ever. If
Yeah?
the game was to have a fetch quest, this is the most wholesome, adorable thing I've ever encountered.
good. All right. So even after 17 hours, still a good game.
Oh, I love it. Like
Perfect.
the
All right.
the
Glad to
first
hear
one
it.
was still has been in like my top 5 all time.
Mhm.
So it was a high bar to hit, but it's like well and over.
It's awesome. Very
Like
cool.
I love the changes to it while it's still feeling that, Ori feel.
I think my last question for this, and because I already know Rob's answer, but I figured I'd ask the group as a whole, who's playing the new Animal Crossing? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Rob. Oh, is that right, Rob? Oh.
No.
Oh, so I'm wrong now, Rob. Thanks. Thanks.
I've never once played Animal Crossing in my life. I've never once played Animal Crossing in my life.
This will be my first though.
Not once.
Figured. All right, good. I wasn't horribly wrong, but yeah, good.
I've never played any of them before.
I haven't either, and I don't actually plan on playing this one.
How dare you have a
I'm
differing opinion on
I know.
than I
I'm-
do?
I'm buying Doom that day. I've actually already got it. I just
I heard DieFall's hiring a new DM.
Oh yeah. Someone take over my channel.
Saw the greatest idea ever on Twitter. I believe Ross Rubber Ninja is going to hook up a controller, a Switch Pro controller, to his computer, and you can program it to play like it. The Switch receives an input and the computer receives an input, and he's going to do both games at the same time.
He's going to dual box. Oh my god.
Animal Crossing and Doom.
Wow. Oh
Amazing.
no.
I love it.
That's bold.
I'm
I like
living
this.
for it.
That's really bold. I like that. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, okay. I'll watch that. That sounds awesome.
I'm so ready.
Listen to Rip and Tear while playing Animal Crossing. Yes. Yes.
That's my aesthetic.
To be fair, when I was playing Doom, that soundtrack is wild.
Oh, it is.
So
It is
good.
so good.
I did not
So
expect
good.
to love Doom as much as I did.
It was so. Oh, that game was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable
yeah.
game. So I'm very stoked for Friday. It's gonna be good. Hopefully I can beat Ori by that time, but we'll find out. Okay. Anything else? Or do you guys want to play some Dungeons and Dragons and see whether or not General Benaceridin is punished for her crimes?
She didn't do anything
Yeah?
wrong.
Fine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course not. Yeah. of
Hashtag
course
free
not.
Benna.
Hashtag free Benna. Also, hashtag roll me some D20s. Let's do some recaps.
Oh, sister.
I just realized that this is a thing that we do. I'm like, oh no.
Okay. Eli 14, Pez 11, Dagonet a 2. I'm lucky with a 10. That's a 4. So Dagonet, Dagonet gets the lovely pleasure of recapping us on last session.
So I'm a little bit older, so my memory is a little hazy. But, we were hanging out the Bendist Fortress, trying to figure out how to help these people, and what Saradin wanted to really do, and if we could stop her from attacking Alderheart. And while we were going about our business, and Pez was entertaining the crowd, and Lucky talking to the guards and stuff like that, to kind of see if they would be on our side of things. And I saw the general kind of looking at us, so I approached her, and she asked to see Eli, and it turns out she had a change of heart, and we managed to come to devise a diplomatic plan, and unfortunately she wanted to go leave the camp a little quietly. That didn't happen. Lucky kind of told everyone, but they were happy for it. They thought that was very noble and brave of her to do. So we traveled back to Alderheart with the general, and much quicker journey this time. Much more knowledgeable people leading the way, and so we get back to Alderheart, and it is the refugee problem is much worse. A lot of people out the camp, and food looking a little scarce. So we headed to the council, and Saradin announced herself. So now we get to see what becomes of that.
Yeah, we get to see how the council's going to react to the general announcing themselves in front of their chambers. Yeah, that was a very good summary. Thank you very much, Dagonet. After a very intimate conversation between one Eli and General Benaceridin, she agreed to a parlay. She is she thinks the path that she has been on of vengeance is probably too much, and that really her one thing she wants to do is care for the humble folk in this time of need. So yeah, that's so where we find ourselves where we find ourselves at the beginning of this wonderful episode 11 of DieFall, Alderheart, is right after menace throws back her hood in front of the council chambers of the Alderheart tree and announces her presence, and the guards up front have lowered their weapons at her. She has announced that she is there for a parlay with the council itself. Is there anything that you guys want to do right off the bat, since we left on kind of an aggressive point?
So they have their weapons lowered at her?
Yep.
Do they look like they're gonna, like, seize her or anything, or?
Yeah. There seem to be more guards that have, like, perked up and are kind of on the way as well.
Dagon will kind of put himself forward.
Sure.
And no, she has come to speak diplomatically. She has come full willingly. No need for the weapons that you are currently pointed at us.
They look at you kind of curiously. I mean, this is a they know who you are, right? And they know that you are currently one of the heroes of Alderheart, as you guys have been come to be called. And one of them hesitates a little bit and looks over at the other one. Why is she here, not in cuffs?
Because these fires and the greater threat to the wood affects us all, and thus we should meet as equals.
Kind of look around nervously, and he turns to someone that's like approached. He says, "Go tell Speaker Beta immediately." And he does a quick salute and heads inside, and they're kind of just holding there, waiting for some kind of other instruction from the speaker. Eventually, that advice does come pretty swiftly comparatively to the last time you were left out front. You are allowed entry into the hall with a tight guard. You are surrounded on all sides, spears and blades lowered around menace and the group as a whole, and you are ushered inside the council chamber. The council chamber, this is, since you came in somewhat unannounced, only the speaker is in attendance at the moment. There is no one else in the room. She sits alone behind a podium with the other, I think there's like 6 other podiums up at the top. Above the dais where you go for your audiences there. You are all kind of poked and prodded your way up onto the dais there, and the speaker looks a little bit, she looks a little bit frazzled. I'll show you what she looks like, Chad. It might have been a while since you've seen it. This is Speaker Beta, and I'll throw it up here for you guys to see. She's a fine feathered plumage, the speaker is. But she seems a little frazzled. You note that, like, there's dark circles under her eyes. The tufts on her hair, like, seem to have drooped a little bit more. Her clothes seem to be in good temp, but you do note that, like, they're a little bit wrinkled, and she's probably been either, like, sleeping in them or working through the nights most. It's evident that she's been under quite a lot of stress with the refugee crisis happening in her city. As you're ushered inside, the sounds of the city fall away behind you, and you're just left in front, surrounded on all sides by these guards. And with Speaker Beta in front of you, and she goes, "What is this? What is the meaning of this? Why is she here and not in irons?"
Can you stop poking me with that, sir? I'm not going anywhere. Fast. Can we just talk? This was the reason why she came here today, was to talk. You told us to bring her back, but we brought her, but she came willingly just to talk to you about the larger concern, which is the fires. Because, I mean, if you would, General Sutton, do you want to tell him yourself about your refugees? You heard me, refugees as well.
Yes. Yes. We have been taking in many of the humble folk that have been cast away by the fires that you and the council have so thoroughly ignored the warnings of. My wife came to you in our time of need and asked for help, and you shunned her and you turned her away, and now and she like unwraps her like missing eye, and you see her in like all of the scars that she had shown you previously. Myself, and I've lost my family and my friends, and so I took up arms. I took up arms to save the humble folk that you refused to save. And now we have our own refugees. And we have our own crisis, and we need to stop fighting each other.
The bandits were united under the general here in an effort to help the lost and the displaced. Y'all are fighting for the same cause, albeit on different sides of the same coin, if you will. Now,
the penalty for her crimes is death. You know that, right?
And I understand that. And I'm not excusing what has been done. However, I would wager to say that the council, if what General Sheridan here is saying is true,
to add on, do you mind if I, Ela, do you mind if I...
Please.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I mean, you said it yourself that you were very empty-handed, or very far and few between on guards being able to help with the city and patrols and the fires and the refugees and etc. I mean, General Sheridan and her guard, not even bandits anymore. They're all just like trying to take care of these refugees and now take care of the fires that are burning. They're all trying. They don't have enough people too. So, I mean, we all know the fires are coming. We trust that you guys did send your guard out to check the fires after we left. I should certainly hope. This is a very large problem. So previous natures aside, it's my business, your business, her business, whatever. The big business right now is the fires. I feel like, is that you guys feel that way? I mean, I'm usually one who's out for myself, frankly, but I'd rather not burn up by myself in the wilderness, if you know what I mean. I'd rather be able to fight together, you know?
It is true. The fortress isn't, full to the brim with armed bandits. It's full of refugees, just as outside of the city gates of Alderheart. Like, you're both in the same situation. And if you're going to, keep at each other, then the rest of the wood is going to burn. And then no one will be able to have anywhere to turn to. So it is, she agreed to come here today, to put forward, good faith that, we can come to a plan of action to help our community.
You say that they are no longer bandits, but yesterday, one of our caravans was attacked. What do you have to say about that?
Because they have no food. They also do not have, there is not enough infrastructure, even though I know Alderheart is suffering as well, but because there is a larger issue that larger infrastructure can't be put in action. They have starving children too. Right?
I've seen them. There's like at least 30, 40 of them in there.
And frankly, that attack predates word of General Sheridan's, shall we say, shift in priorities.
The general nods to each of you, and Eli last says, "Yes, I have ordered all of my coalition to stand down. The message should have gotten to them in the last few days, all throughout the wood, and your caravans will be troubled no more."
Let me make it clear. The general is here to answer for her crimes. However, The answer for those crimes is to pledge, and the nature of this alliance can be temporary, it can be permanent, whatever gets us through this disaster, because it is coming, it is here. The answer for these crimes is unity between the humble folk, the bird folk, and everything in between.
Man, there is a unique opportunity here. She brought all these bandit troops together, and they do listen and answer to her. And we can use that to help everybody. I know there's been stuff that's been not so great, but this is wholly new. This is totally different, and maybe we could just think of creative solutions.
I mean, like, no offense to General Seddon. Sorry, I went behind your back. And I did talk to a lot of gods and stuff to see where their hearts lie with everything. And while they did enjoy the previous life of Theban, they're not too innocent like a lot of us, I'm sure. They certainly have the fire on their hearts right now more than anything.
These are folks looking to survive at the end of the day.
Speaker's shoulders kind of slump. She generally has a very haughty stance, and she presses and pressure just above her beak, under her forehead, and these are troubled times, and yes, I understand the fault of the council when it came to the response to the fire in the initial villages burned. She gives a nod to Benna. On behalf of the rest of the council, I do apologize for not listening more. Which is what I'm trying to do best here, knowing that you four are... Well, you've saved us before and continue to do so, and yes, you may not have brought her here as a captive, but you did return with Benna Saradin, as promised. You say they all answer to you, then? Benna? No, not all of them. I do have quite a lot under my control. News that has traveled to them that we will be looking for alliance with Alderheart, and the council itself will not sit well with all of them. We will have some trouble, and bandits will still exist. My hope is that, well, the fires are spreading, and as you can see, and as I saw on the way up, the humble folk are the most punished. I only want to save as many as I can. Speaker pauses and looks down, kind of resuming her haughty stance, seemingly bringing herself back to bear. Well, I can't speak for the entire council, though they do call me the speaker. I have to talk to the rest of them. Benna Saradin will be placed under lock and key in the dungeon. She will be kept there until I have had the chance to discuss with the rest of the council, and then she will be brought to trial. And if you four are speaking for her, come prepared. Because she's the only other one that looks that she's going to be defending herself. Put her in irons. Take her away. And Benna nods. It's probably one of the better outcomes she could have hoped for here. The guards come up and put her in some cuffs and begin taking her away. As they do so, she looks over her shoulder at you as she's led deeper through the council chamber into whatever holding cell that they will have her. She gives a weak smile. The rest of the guards, after she's left the room, put their weapons away or bring their spears back up and step backwards from the dais. Speaker Beta shakes her head and says, "This was not what I asked you to do. Wouldn't it have been easier if you had just killed the woman and it would have been over with?"
I think the problem is, as we've seen within Alderheart's walls, you guys aren't horrible people, but unfortunately, after all the times of being so disconnected, it might not be the same opinion of most people in the fort. And I don't know if they saw what I saw. There's a large group of them in there that aren't bandits at all. They're people who also got turned away from Alderheart whenever the fires were coming. So I don't know if they would necessarily be in the best color of Alderheart to necessarily have done away with General Saradin or just talking to it. So,
and frankly, that attitude that it would be easier to kill her, that's what drove these people away from Alderheart. If I may be so blunt, Speaker.
Yes, that is rather blunt, Eli. Again, your station as heroes has, I think, allowed you quite a lot of leeway. We will have the trial tomorrow. If you plan on defending Benna, then be here, midday, sun highest. The rest of the council will be in attendance, and her fate will be decided. You are dismissed. I have tragedy after tragedy to take care of. Thank you. Or dismissed from the council chamber.
Wanna go get some snacks?
Mike is being weird, sorry. Yeah, so you guys are led out of the chamber, and as the doors are closed behind you and the guards take their posts by the door, Pez asks you if you want to go get some snacks.
Nah, I can't eat right now.
Well, we can always drop in on Eliza. She might have some snacks for you.
I mean, it would be nice to see a friendly face that's not gonna judge us for one action or the other. So,
You guys, you want to go to the store? You want to go see Eliza? Okay, yeah, sure. So you head to where you remember Eliza's shop. And I don't really remember what floor that's on. I think it's in the Canopy Market. Yep, Eliza's Emporium is located in the Canopy Market, a little ways off from the main thoroughfare, right where you remember it. And you do note that Eliza's shop seems to be up, running, and there's a couple of people in there. Yeah.
Is their handiwork looking good? The dad's?
Oh, the dad's handiwork? Yeah, so you're standing outside the store right now. You look up Eliza's Emporium on a big wooden sign up top, painted all bright. And from what you can see from the windows, yeah, it doesn't look like any of the shelves have fallen down yet.
Two did so good. This place looks great.
Guess want to head inside and see Eliza then? All right. You head on inside. There's a couple of guests there, and Eliza seems to be helping one of them select something from one of the shelves. But she turns to welcome you as the bell rings above the door, and she says, "Oh, welcome now. This is Eliza's Emporium." And she then notes who's at the door, and she runs over. My friends, welcome home. And she gives you all a big hug, and she says, come in. Oh, what's been going on? What's been happening? She goes over to behind her counter at the back and leans up against it, her face in her hands, and just looking at you excitedly.
It's been a lot, Eliza. It's been a lot the last couple of weeks.
You all look so glum. What's going on?
There's just been some stuff going on. It's a lot to get into. Tell us some good things. What's going on with you? There's people here.
Oh, well, she brightens up and just, we have customers. They've been coming in pretty regular, and I've been getting all sorts of nice trinkets and things. And there's all sorts of new stuff here. Guys have any interest in things from Eliza's Emporium?
Looking real shiny. You have any fun hats?
Fun hats. Fun hats. I've got boots, bracers, cloaks, a quiver, a couple of tokens of things, a figurine or two, a robe, a staff.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
I don't
Liza.
believe I have any hats, though.
You are expanding. Pretty soon you're gonna have to open up Liza's Emporium #2.
Number 2. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Just kind of make some money here first.
So, did you sell all the arrows and stuff that I left you? I thought I'd help you out if you made some money after that.
I did sell some of them. Now I've become more of a seller of curios and curiosities, and various other things. I do have some of the standard stuff, and she does know. She points over, and there's like a barrel of arrows in it, and it's like next to some like standard short bows, long bows, a couple crossbows on the walls. And it's like, I do sell some weapons still, yes, but she like gestures over to like a shelf over there, and you see like different figurines of different sizes. But I do like me some magical items.
Do you have any of these magical items that help with like exhaustion or being tired or anything like that?
Being tired. Oh. Things that'll give you power, but I'm not rightly sure that's like being awake.
Alright, never mind.
Feeling a little tired? You can go to your room at the inn.
Oh, no. I just had a conversation with somebody recently who seemed like they were a little wary upon the times of what's happening. I thought it'd be nice to give them something for pep and energy, but,
Well,
maybe next
there
time.
is this new drink going around.
What's this new drink?
I think it's called espresso.
Oh, and wait, did an express yourself? What?
I believe people do use it to express themselves rather quickly. Everyone I've seen that's come in here hopped up on the stuff just seems to talk a mile a minute.
Seems like it's got some magical ideas to it. Alright. Who do you know who's been selling it in that town?
Well, a couple of the inns up here have it. It seems to be one of those like finer tastes kind of things, and you won't find it in any of the lower markets right now.
Look, he puffs out his belly. I mean, fine goods is my trade. Thank you for letting me know. All right.
Yeah, of course. I've got plenty of fine goods here if you're looking for anything.
Pastries, anything you would like? Or just the arrows and the barrel of arrows person?
Does she have any fun frilly stuff that's sticking out?
Fun frilly stuff?
Fun frilly things?
Let's see. She does have a feathered cloak, and it's got like these long brown feathers all over it, all the way down. She does. I think I'd call the robe a little bit frilly. The robe that she's got, yeah.
How
Got some
frilly?
frill at the cuffs. I think it's probably got some lace.
Does it have cuffs? Does it have long sleeves?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, Eliza, I'm gonna have to go look at that robe real fast. I'm gonna go touch it if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. You can even try it on if you like. It's a magical item. I believe they call it a robe of useful items.
A robe of you? What does that do?
Well, I think if you reach inside them big old sleeves there, you can pull out yourself something real nice if you get yourself attuned to it.
And it just gives you whatever you might need at that time?
Well, I think it actually comes with a bunch of these little things in it already, so you probably could put some new stuff in it, but I could take a look at it and see what it's got.
Do you think there's that espresso in there?
Well, I don't think it's got that in there. It's mostly about adventuring stuff, I think. And I don't think espresso has gotten to the adventuring part yet. Seems to be a fancy pants kind of thing.
I need to try this. I'm gonna go try the robe on.
Yeah, so you put on this, like, it's like this pale periwinkle blue robe, and you put it on, and it's got, like, lace at the neck and lace on these long sleeves. But you do know when you put it on, there's patches stitched on the inside of it and in the sleeves.
Eliza?
Yes?
Does this look as good as I think this looks?
I mean, it looks darn fantastic, but you make anything look good, Pez.
Eliza?
Yes?
How money is it?
Oh, well, dear, I can give you a friend's discount. I can, and I can take a pretty good chunk off of that. But it's around 325 gold pieces.
Eliza, where does it say how many gold pieces I have?
It should say
I found it.
down at the very bottom. If you have gold pieces.
I don't think I've been keeping very good track.
Okay.
Okay, so I have that bag of gems, 10 gems worth 25 gold each. I have 6 left, so 6 times 25. What is that?
So it's 150.
I am short.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I already took a pretty good chunk off the top of that.
No, I don't. I completely understand. I'm just gonna come back every so often and put it on. If anybody's eyeing it up, please just kick them out. I want it. I want it so bad.
Look, he's gonna dig down in his pockets. Right. Yeah.
No, Lucky, no, it's okay. I can raise some money. It's fine.
I just don't make me have to wear it. That's the deal. All right. I got about 23 gold and he reaches down there. It still has Frey's brooch and Frey's ruby stone ring. I don't really know what they would be worth cost-wise, but I don't. I'm not really good at appraising.
Well, you can hand them here, and I'll take a look for you. It may take me a little bit of time, depending on, well, if there's any special properties.
Yeah. I don't feel. They didn't make me feel very special myself, but maybe you'll feel some special in them. Yeah. Put it on the counter.
Have you ever put any of these things on? No?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
I know you asked me very specifically at one point, and I was just like,
nah.
Nah.
Nah, didn't do it. Nah. All good. Yeah, okay, so give me a second. I gotta pull up her page because it's got the stuff in it. So Eliza takes it over to her desk and she pulls out this magnifying glass, and it's got like differing ones that go on it, so it has multiple magnifications all the way down. And it's kind of ridiculous looking, but it's pretty fun to watch her use it. So you had the brooch and the ring itself. Okay, yeah, so it's a bronze ring studded with rubies. She takes a look at it, and the first thing she does with the ring, she goes, oh, wow. Now that's a fine piece. Now, I'm no jeweler, but now this is worth a couple 100 gold pieces on its own.
It was a tough fight, Eliza. It was a tough fight to get that. You know, it's gonna be hard to let go, but you know.
Well, let me take a look at this. Now, again, like I said, it would take some time for me to figure out whether or not there's some magical properties here, but Well, this just seems to be a brooch in the shape of a shield. Fine make. Seems to be bronze. Well made. As of right now, I can't tell you any much more than that. I'd probably give you maybe 10 gold for it. It's a pretty skilled piece.
How long do you think time would take? I mean, I don't know about these kind of things.
Oh, well, give me the rest. Give me an hour or two, and I could figure it out for you.
Yeah, we could. Maybe we can go. She wanted to get some snacks. Maybe we can go get some snacks and then come back after that. What do you think, Bess?
We gotta try some of that espresso.
Yeah, express yourself. Yeah, let's go.
Do you want some, Eliza?
You know what? Yeah, if you can bring me back a little cup or two, I'd be really interested to try it out.
Bring back 3.
3 cups? Yeah, okay. That'll probably be all right. I've seen them, though. They come in these really tiny little cups, so maybe 3 or 4.
We'll just put them all into a bigger cup. Last for a mug.
Why don't they serve it in mugs?
Honestly, this makes no sense, but I'm so intrigued.
All right. Yeah, it'd be nice. Go get me one.
All right. Just hang out of that stuff. We'll be back. You know. You do anything in specific, or you want to look at anything, Eli? Been a little, and I know it's been a tough day, man. I know.
I'm all right.
All right. Do you want to hang out here while we go get the espresso?
No, I think I'm gonna go back to the inn.
Look, he's gonna look at Eliza. All right. What about you, Dagany?
Well, I don't know if I want to walk around the market. I'll just slow you guys down. So I'll probably head back to the inn with Eli.
Okay.
All right.
So you're gonna go. You two are gonna go back to the half full cup down in the trunk market. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So while you guys head that direction, Pez and Lucky, are you gonna look around up here for an inn?
Yeah, anywhere close, I think. Look for some of that.
Yeah. Sure.
Stuff.
So yeah, dude, roll me a quick investigation. Investigate this marketplace to see where they're serving it. A 19 from Pets. Yeah, that's absolutely plenty. You go outside and you walk around the marketplace for just a little bit. You kind of know, having lived here for a while in your life, that you kind of know where the nicer inns are. And you find the Cock and Fox. It is a nice looking inn, and as its namesake, it has what looks to be like a rooster fighting a fox, but they're boxing up on the side. So they seem to be in a very pugilistic stance. Inside, you see some fine feathered patrons, mostly bird folk, and they seem to be finely appointed. It's quieter in here, and there's like someone playing a lute quietly in the corner. The fire is on, and the strig behind the bar is rubbing down a cup and making some small talk to a corvum sitting across from him.
Make my way to the bar. Come on, Lucky, we're gonna get some of this stuff.
I hope it tastes better than that tea we had at one time.
How could anything this magical taste that bad?
No, I mean, you know, I never really ate magic before, so I don't know.
As you guys walk over to the bar and maybe take a seat on some of the stools, the innkeeper turns to you and says, "Oh, hello there. What can I do you for?"
Oh my gosh, well my friend and I here, we just heard about this espresso.
Ah, yes,
stuff?
espresso. Yes, it is. It's new here in the city, and we definitely have some here. We have this machine that can make it. And he points behind him, and there's this brass contraption, this whole thing. There's a bunch of tubes and levers on it, and there's like steam coming out of the top.
That is a mighty intense machine, and it makes just a drink?
Yes, and it makes the smallest little drink.
It doesn't make big ones?
No, but these drinks are very powerful, and so you can only have just a little bit. Otherwise, you go crazy.
Whoa, we wouldn't want that.
You go crazy.
I say you have yourself one, and then you can find out.
We will.
How much are these? Wait, how much are these tiny drinks, please?
5 silver pieces.
For a tiny drink?
Ah, powerful tiny drink. Like magic potion.
You want to split one, Pez? That's a lot.
Ooh. We could do well. No, I would like one. I will get one for you too. Like, I mean, it just sounds so magical. We gotta try it. It's our first experience.
Alright, if I don't like it though, don't be offended if I don't finish it, you know.
No worries. No. We will take 2 of them. Here you go. There's the stuff. Give them the money.
Yeah, you give them. It's 1 gold piece total. So if you just want to subtract 1 gold, then
Okay.
you're good to go. He goes, yes, okay. And he turns around and he pulls a bunch of these levers and like steam goes out the top, and there's like a and then like these gears start spinning and stuff. And he pulls out some of these, he like looks around kind of conspiratorially, and he pulls out this little bag from his pocket. And he dumps it into a thing right next to where all the gears are, and he shuts this slot, and all of a sudden there's this like sound, and then there's some steam that goes out again, and then he's like, okay, and then he pulls a lever, and there's a drop, 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 into a tiny ceramic cup. Drops ever so slowly, and he pulls the other lever, puts another little cup under, and he goes, drop, drop, drop. And eventually you're given 2 cups of what we know in the real world as espresso.
That is a magical process. Do you ever just do that for fun?
It does make quite a lot of good noises, yeah? The customers don't like it so much, but they love the drink.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very excited.
Yes, yes, yes. And he puts these 2 tiny little like thimbleful cups in front of you.
Does it smell good?
It smells like how we would know espresso. Very strong coffee smell.
You ready, Lucky?
What are there any side effects after drinking this or anything?
You might go insane.
Oh, right. All right.
It's not. Stop.
All right. Couldn't be worse than what we've been through in the last couple of days. So, all right. You ready?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
And down the hatch. Do you guys finish the whole cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
It's very tiny, right? Yeah, so not knowing otherwise, you drink the whole cup. It's bitter. It is so bitter. It does not taste very good on its own, no. No.
Do you have any milk or anything?
Oh, yes. One moment. And he goes and he pops open a corked bottle and puts out 2 glasses and pours some milk in it.
A sugar cube? You got a sugar cube?
Goes down and opens a little box, and he tongs out the tiny little sugar cube and waits for your hand.
Ooh.
Yep, and you drop it directly into your mouth. Yep. I know it's got a bitter taste. I've thought about adding sugar to the process.
You could always experiment. It's very good where it is, but maybe just you could try some other stuff with it for fun.
I will take that into consideration.
Yet or not.
Should we get one for Eliza?
It takes a little bit of time, but just wait. You may not want to go out on the street just yet, you know. I can watch over you here.
What's gonna happen?
So you sit, you drink some of your milk, and you have your sugar cube, and you wait for a little bit. About 5 minutes.
I think this is a hoax, Bez.
All of a sudden, after like 5 minutes, it's all of a sudden like seems to be a little bit clearer. Your brain it wakes up. You feel like you haven't been on the road all day. You haven't been talked down to in front of the speaker, and you feel awake. You feel good. You feel good. You feel alive. Yeah, this is a pretty good feeling.
Lucky immediately looks for anything that he needs to steal.
Do you want to go shopping?
Yeah, I don't think I want to sit here anymore. His little legs like tapping on the. Yeah.
Should we? Okay, maybe the taste wasn't so good. Maybe we should just bring in Eliza just in case. Maybe she might. Should we?
Did you say you want like 2 or 3 or 4? How many did you say? 2 or 3 or 4? Okay. Maybe we should get some milk and some sugar too, because I think we really want that.
Oh, plenty of milk and sugar. How much is like this whole sugar? Like a whole just a sugar, maybe?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So 4 more and of sugar. Okay. Yes. And he goes and then it keeps going on, and he finally brings them out, and there's like 4 little cups of this in front of you here, and he goes, and a thing of sugar, and he just like throws out a plate of sugar, and there's just like 10 sugar cubes on it.
Thank you. You are a magical man. This is a magical process. There's a lot to do. We have so much to do. There's so much to do today. Thank you. We will be back probably. Yes.
We'll tell everybody about your customer. It's gonna be great. It's great. Tastes great. I mean,
Wait.
it tastes great.
Oh, you're taking the cups with you. Hang on, let me get you to go.
Oh, yes.
And he gets
tiny
like
little
a wooden mug instead of like the nice ceramic, and just dumps all 4 of them in there, and then just gives that to you. He's like, and I'm keeping the plates, so just put that in your bag.
Okay, whatever you want. We need to.
Yeah, so you put the sugar in your bag, and you take the little wooden mug full of 4 espresso shots, and you leave the store or leave the inn.
I can breathe the air. It's more center. My brain. I feel like this is definitely magic. I never had magic before, Piss, but I mean, this is definitely very magical. I mean, I wonder if I don't have to sleep. I can stay up all night. I can take everything.
Have you ever tried to fly, Lucky?
I don't have wings, but maybe we could work on making some wings. We get some paper and some wood and some stilts, and maybe we can get Dagonet. Dagonet's a carpenter, and she can he can make the woods and the wings and the paper.
We can do anything. We can do anything and everything. We have so much time.
I think Eliza's gonna love this. It's gonna increase her store hours. She's just gonna be like immediately being able. I mean, taking an hour to appraise the brooch, but now it's gonna take her like maybe 30 minutes, like half the time. It's gonna be great. I think she'll really appreciate this.
What is this made out of?
I don't know. I mean, did you see the beans in the pocket? The magical beans? We have to get some of those magical beans. Magical beans.
Have you seen those? Do they grow in bushes? Have you seen them? You go outside.
I don't. I mean, I've been outside. I've definitely seen beans, but never just eating beans. Like, just eating the beans to be like, the beans could be what made me go like faster or something. But maybe we can go back and get some of those beans. Maybe I'll sell those beans in some. I bet I don't have the machine that makes them the espresso yums, but I try. Hey, like if we fail being adventurers and setting up fires, we can just open up a store. Me and you sell the performances, and I'll make the espresso, and it'll be a whole thing. We'll call it Pizzuki or Luquez. One of the two.
I like the first one better, not because my part is first, but just because it has a little bit more thing to it. The other one sounds like
you'll put your face, the two of us, anyways. So, I mean, you go first. You greet people, you play for them, I mean, machine stuff, and then it'll be great. This is a good idea. You and I, we got good ideas.
We need to write this down. We have so many ideas. There's so many.
We're gonna fly. We're gonna make a espresso with some yums ourselves. We're gonna add the sugar. That's the secret. We're gonna add the sugar and ours. Okay, maybe sugar. Maybe a little water too.
Nearby?
I think Eliza may have a bathroom. Are we fairly close to getting back to Eliza's now?
Yeah, by this time I think you guys have been like talking and walking very quickly about Eliza, so you subconsciously have ended up back in front of Eliza's Emporium, and you're like, oh, we're there. We did it. Great.
Just immediately bust in. Eliza, we got you the thing. We got you the espresso.
Whoa.
We also got some sugar because it's really good with sugar. I mean, you got to do it together. Just put it together.
So you guys definitely had the stuff, huh? That's what everyone sounds like. Well, get on over here. Get on over. Let me take a little try then, huh?
Fair warning, it doesn't taste very good, but just have a little sip and then put some sugar in it. If you want to put some sugar in it.
She just looks at her. Well, hold on now, and she takes a sip, and she makes a face. Oh yeah, okay. The sugar. She like drops a couple of cubes of sugar in there, and she's glug, glug. Ooh, even in 4 of those, there's not really a whole lot going on, but I don't feel anything. The sugar was a nice touch, though.
It told us to wait a few minutes. Yeah, it was
a few minutes.
Are
you gonna be okay?
I think I'm just gonna go outside. I'm gonna go outside.
Just like walk outside, yeah. So while you're sitting there, like, and Pez, are you just like sitting there looking at her?
Just like bouncing up and down a little
bit.
Yeah,
bouncing up. And she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep taking a look at this thing down here. A couple of minutes do go by as she continues to evaluate the ring, and it's just like we get that close up of the camera of just, and she's a cat, right? So we get that like cat eyes on catnip thing where they're just like, and her pupils get super dilated. She's like, wow, I'm feeling that now, man. I am feeling really, 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 really good. I'm like a fox in a firestorm right now. I could do just about anything. I can go wild outside. I could start 2 stores, 3 stores, 4 stores. 1 for magic, 1 for armor, 1 for weapons, and 1 for just food and things and such. And then 1 for one of these drinks too. We could have a card outside. We could put a card outside, and you can play some music, and we can have one of those machines, and you go ka-doo, and we could just put espresso for everyone. Everyone can express themselves.
Oh my gosh, everyone could. And you already have the Ethan going on. Eliza's Espresso Emporium. Everything is perfect. It's all lining up.
Eliza's Espresso Emporium. Oh, this is a wonderful idea. I love every little bit about this. And so she's going to continue to ramble and spitball ideas with you guys, forgetting about her task in front of her. The customers in the shop are looking at you guys a little oddly. And we're going to go hop over to our other two players who have been making their way back to Giles Abard's place, the half-full cup. Do you guys actually go back to the inn? Or did you have ulterior motives for leaving the party?
Personally, yeah, I was absolutely just going back to the inn. Eli is pretty done right now.
Okay. Eli, you go back to the half-full inn. Giles, the Gallus that owns the place, is in attendance, and he notes you walking in and says, "Oh, hey there, friend. You're back from your adventure then?"
Yeah, just for the time being, till wherever the road takes us next, wherever we're needed.
Oh, don't worry. The rooms are still yours. The council's been paying for them the entire time you've been gone.
I'm sorry, they've been paying for empty rooms?
Yes, they're your rooms.
Are there like refugees that are staying at this inn, DM?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
A 16. You take a quick look around the building, the downstairs, and you see some people that are having a midday meal, later afternoon now. A couple of drinks. Some people are at the bar drinking. Most people here, the trunk market's a pretty well-to-do place, but you have noticed some refugees out on the road on the way over here. Can't really tell if these are. They don't look like the refugees you saw in the root market, right? They don't look destitute, right? So these could just be either visitors or patrons. It's hard to tell. It's nothing like what you saw down below. Still mostly patroned by bird folk as well.
Eli turns to Dagonet. Am I crazy? Is this crazy? Why do I feel like the council is doing the absolute bare minimum, and it's one step forward and two steps back with them?
Well, look at their surroundings. You know, they don't really see the ground floor, right? We are used to living amongst everyone, so it is shocking to see. It is unfortunate that the higher levels haven't opened their doors more freely, but from our experiences, it's not too far to see. I'm not surprised.
I just they're gonna be real aware of the of what goes on below the treetops when their entire tree burns to the fucking ground, and he just storms out.
You just leave the half full cup. Okay.
Yeah.
Dag turns to the keeper he was talking to.
It is
See, is your friend all right then?
It has been a rough last few weeks. We've seen the brunt of the situation out there. It is not good.
You mean the situation? What are you talking about?
the refugee situation.
Ah, yes, I've noted some in the trunk market and some down below, but it seems to be well under control by the council.
Maybe from the middle of the tree upwards, but not below.
I don't really go down there.
That is probably the problem. This is everyone's problem, and it is only going to get worse. The more that people are not aware, that it is not to put blame on you. Like, it's if you're not going down to the ground floor because you don't have reason to, but
my work is here. My customers are here.
Well, of course, but we're all in this together, and it is a time for compassion. And because our rooms have been empty, and we've passed a lot of people without homes. They're gone. They've burned. There's many people that nowhere to go, and that is upsetting to see.
I can understand how it'd be upsetting. But what am I to do?
Well, if the rooms are paid for, I suggest you find someone that needs them.
But you are back.
We don't mind, getting a little more cozy if it opens up another room for someone else.
I'm supposed to open my inn to strangers and vagabonds?
You're in. You take people in to house them. If you're not going to open your doors to customers, then I think you might be in the wrong business.
Where are you to stay then?
I don't. If it means that I have to sleep on the floor somewhere, then I am willing to do that. If some children down below haven't slept in a bed for weeks, I can go without.
If you bring them, they can stay as your guests.
Dag nods. Then.
And you will be responsible for them.
Oh, but of course. But this is just a small step to, I think, to help the situation. Yeah.
He just shrugs.
I will go find my companion.
Okay. And you turn to leave the half-full cup. Dagonet, or Dagonet? Eli, where have you gone?
Eli is just... He's just walking through the streets of Alderheart looking for, I don't know, just the nearest effort of combating the displaced folks.
You're looking for
church,
someone that's actually helping.
Kitchen, just anything. Literally.
You're looking for someone who's actually helping.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. You make your way down the tree, where there are more humble folk amongst the populace. And as you walk around, roll me another perception check, would you?
Sure.
14, plenty. As you walk around the Bright Hollows, and in that marketplace, it's kind of, roughly in the middle. It's called the Bright Hollows due to the holes in the side of the tree that allow the sunlight in as the day moves on. You note there's a temple and a long line of humble folk standing to enter it. They look shoveled. Some of them dirty, some of them in clothes that are torn and burned. Some of them bearing scars and marks of struggle.
What does it look like they're waiting for?
You can't rightly see what's inside. The doors, it's kind of shadowed beyond. You can see like maybe there's some torches and stuff inside the temple itself. Maybe the windows don't let in a whole lot of light being inside the trunk itself. It's hard to see from the line itself.
Okay. Eli will just go up to an individual waiting in line and just ask, "Excuse me, what
You approach this Mopok woman who's cradling a small child, and you go, "Excuse me." She looks at you kind of fearfully in all of your armor, and what can I do for you, sir?
I was just wondering what this line is for. Are you waiting for food?
It's for food. Yeah. The Temple of Hanera has been generous. They serve food to those in need.
Okay. DM.
Yes, sir.
I am not super great with D&D economy ever at all. What sort of ingredients could one buy for 4 gold and 7 silver?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot. So I think bread is like a copper.
Oh shit. Okay.
A gold is like 100 loaves of bread.
What's this line looking like?
It's pretty long. There's probably 30 people that you can see outside.
Okay.
There's no telling how many inside.
Let's go ahead then, and I'll spend a gold's worth. I'll just find the nearest store if there's one available that has this sort of like haul that I can buy. And I'd like to.
So you're looking for like a bakery or something.
Well, I'd like to spend a gold, not just bread. I'd like to spend a gold or 2 on essentially similar-ish to what the bandits were doing, like a stew of some sort with some bread, like something. Yeah, just as best I can do. To basically, my plan is I want to pop the hearth up just outside this line and just start feeding people.
Okay. So I was slightly mistaken. A loaf of bread is 2 copper pieces.
Okay.
So a little bit off.
Okay.
So you want to get stuff to like make a meal, a poor meal.
Okay. Yeah.
To
that's
1
a good
silver. Okay. So
okay.
10 copper.
Sister. Okay.
So a silver. So you can, for every gold is 10. That would be like a poor meal. Yeah, that's kind of what you'd be looking at if you were just trying to do just bread. And I think the reason that it ends up being like that is like cheese. The cost of cheese is like a silver, but bread is 2 copper, and it doesn't really like. It doesn't give you like a gruel cost, right? It doesn't really tell you like rice.
Yeah.
My thought would be like rice would roughly be like the same price per pound as, let's say, bread.
Okay.
So it's like 2 coppers for a half pound.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's meal. Poor meal is 1 silver. Excuse me. That was an in stay. 2 silver. A meal is 1 silver.
Okay.
So slightly better, about 10 copper.
I'm just gonna clean myself out on gold then.
Okay.
Spend all 4 gold on the means to make these people meals.
So you're gonna try and make some kind of stew, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I was gonna like just set up, pop my hearth up.
Call it like a rice base, almost a gumbo.
Yeah,
Right?
more or less.
Kanji.
Yeah. Yeah, so like a more or less you're gonna make, because rice is really popular here in Alderheart for whatever reason. I decided it was going to be popular, but like you go and you try to go to the grain stores and you try to go to the rice and these like bulk stores for the inns and see what's available, and you note that it's pretty mostly bought out. There may be like 1 or 2 small sacks of rice remaining. And you talk to the hedge that's running the place, and he kind of shrugs. He shrugs and puts his hand on his hip and says, "It's been real hard trying to get apparently shipments in to the city. The bandits have been rough on us recently."
That's understandable. Okay. I mean, how do bakeries look? I assume I popped into a bakery and saw.
Yeah, so you would have like popped into a bakery or any of these other like general food places. Pretty bought out as well. Again, this is late afternoon now, so the bakery is like on the backside of their baking day anyways. So there's like a couple of loaves available, maybe like 3 or 4, kind of like general generic loaves of bread. But they kind of give you the same thing. Grain's been sparse. It's been hard for them to come by. And you note now that when you look at the prices, the price of bread is up. The price of the rice is up.
Doing good is hard.
Always is.
Okay.
But I mean, you're more than welcome. You want to do whatever you can for 4 gold?
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can for 4 gold.
Sure.
Up to 4 gold. I mean, if the supply is not there for my demand, then
depends on how long you want to look and how many markets you plan to go to.
Frankly, I could spend my afternoon doing this.
So it's already afternoon.
I'm sorry. Frankly, I could spend my evening doing this.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. You spend the rest of the afternoon gathering these supplies. It is approaching evening. It's becoming darker in the trunk market because the holes don't really allow for that much, especially moonlight, to shine through. But there are lanterns, and you note that there are lamp lighters that are now moving around the trunk market with their long poles and handles at the end of them. They're lighting each of these lanterns throughout the market itself. So eventually it does become a little brighter. You head back over to the Temple of Hanera. And you note that their door is still open. And the line, now that it is dinner, has gotten longer. And you want to set up somewhere in the middle of that line and start cooking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So you cast your ability of the hearth, and in front of you, a cook pot and a magical stone with fire happily blazing upon it begins to come to a boil, and you begin to make this kind of a gumbo style stew with the availabilities that you had of like this rice and like lentils and things. The bread is off to the side. I assume you probably have like a basket or something like that you were carrying a lot of this stuff around in, and it kind of sits to the side in this basket. Now you're cooking in front of all of these people, and they are eyeing you, and some of them, licking their lips absent-mindedly. You note that like some of them look hollow. Their eyes are not necessarily focusing. Some of them look like they haven't even really seen you yet.
Yeah, Eli's just gonna get it all started, and just as he's cooking, he will look to the line. And he'll say, "Now, I did what I could. The market is sparse, but y'all need to eat, and I can't just stand by and let you starve. And are there, I mean, like, how much traffic other than this line is really around me?"
It's becoming the end of the market day. Most places are shutting down. A lot of it is just people going home, and some are going to inns or taverns. But the general foot traffic is definitely less than was earlier in the day.
Okay. I think Eli is just going to start for lack of a better word, preaching, I guess. I think as he moves along with what he's doing, he does his best to interact with the people and just get to know, like, hear some of the stories and tell some of his own. And
sure. How are you serving your?
That is a solid question. Would it be possible to have, in my shopping, come across cheap bowls? And
the issue with like that kind of stuff in a D&D environment is like, it generally takes skilled workers to make those things.
Yeah. You mean I can't just go to Target? Like, come on, bro.
Not everyone carries a mess kit.
Yeah.
Especially these refugees.
Fair enough.
But I think I'm not gonna turn your good deed away. Don't worry. While someone, like, they're trying to line up, and there's a bit of like jostling and stuff too.
Sure.
It's less orderly than it is for the temple itself, and they're kind of like crowding around your hearth here, and you note that like someone is trying to reach out and grab one of the loaves of bread.
Oh God. Yeah. And yeah, and I'll kind of try to maintain an order if possible. Like, I will hand them a loaf or a you know, whatever their slice seems like, whatever I'm giving them with this. Like, I will hand them a meal when it's ready, and I'll just say, give me a moment.
It's getting a little hectic. You note that there are some fights starting in the line, jostling over position of who's going to be able to go next. And this is when you note that you don't have something to serve this gumbo wad. There's a tap on your shoulder, and a soft voice addresses you. We were running out of food. I'm glad to see that someone has taken up the call for today.
Whomst am I speaking with?
Do you turn to look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You turn to look and you see a tall, somewhat thin gallus, which for galluses they tend to be kind of, meaty bird folk, in long, like pale green robes, and these weird plants that are coming up from the back of it. She's got all these, she's white feathered, and you look at her, it's very hard to place how old she might be. She looks at you. See, you don't have anything to serve the things on, but don't worry. And she turns around and she brings out these things, and there's these large leaves have been crafted and spun into bowls. And they look like cones, essentially. And she says, you put the bread at the bottom.
And yeah, Eli will take one and serve it according to their instruction.
Yeah, and all she does is she hands you the cones as she makes them, taking them from a pile from behind her, where she seems to have, there looks to be another person in these pale green robes back behind her. Another gallus looks to be a male, brown and feather coloring, but she doesn't say anything as you start to speak. start to, as you said, preach. What do you tell the people?
I've been in tough spots myself. I left home. Really had nowhere to go. It wasn't taken from me, I'll admit. But I have always found that wherever you travel, there is a home amongst others, if that makes sense. It's we all live on in the same wood, right? Like, we all have different problems, varying degrees of trouble that we're in, trouble that we try to work against, trouble that tries to work against us. But the one thing that never leaves us is that the person to your left, to your right, they've got trouble too. And it's very easy to give up and just quit and not keep fighting. But you'll find that if you just hang on for a little longer and you keep pressing on and you help your fellow humble folk, bird folk, what have you, when you can, and they help you when they can, any of us can most get through anything. And that's all I'm trying to do here. And I know these are dire times, and I know none of us have enough food to go around, but I got to do something. We got to do something, because this can't be it. And so it's why this whole time I've been trying to speak with y'all and tell you a little bit about myself, because we're all in this together, right? It's the nature of community. And just things along that vein.
Yeah. Roll me whatever you would prefer, either persuasion or religion.
Oh, I would like to use my inspiration because I feel like things are bad.
Roll it at advantage.
I'm sorry, you said persuasion or religion?
Yes.
Woohoo.
Persuasion, a 16. You note in the crowd that some people have taken the food and just left. Some have stayed to listen. Some people in the line still are admiration. Some have taken it in. Some seem to be recognizing it. Others seem to be lost in their own thoughts. Some of them having to be reminded even that they're in a line to get food or to move forward otherwise. The voice behind you speaks again. Was well said, Hedge. Well said.
Admittedly, not my best. It's been a hell of a day.
After we are done here, I'd like to hear about it. If you don't mind.
I think I'd like that very much.
Good. Let's finish up here, though. And the line dwindles. Eventually, all is gone. It seems perfect. The last piece of bread, the last leaf, the last bowl, the last bit of that gumbo made and given to a little Apak woman. She bows her head at you, that she's got burn scars along her face. Thank you, priest. Thank you. And she backs away slowly and then leaves. By your calculation, that food should not have lasted for that many people.
Am I Jesus?
There may have been a little bit of extra oomph behind your magic, with some assistance from a very particular voice.
My man.
The Gallus, she puts her hand on your back and says, Come to the temple. Let us converse.
Yeah, and Eli will do that.
As you walk to the temple, she doesn't let go of your shoulder either. She has her arm around you. She notes that, it's really been a long day. And, as you maybe, lean into her a little more than you maybe intended to, she supports your weight. She speaks to you. Very calming kind of way that people, older and wiser than you, back when your parents would try to calm you down. Right? I am Mother Erla Fairview of Temple of Hanara. All are welcome here. See, you have your own calling as well, and I heard your preaching. It's good, of good faith.
I'm trying.
Oh, we all are. Come, watch your step. There's a couple of steps up inside into the temple itself. As you walk through the large wooden doors and into the long temple with the pews as they are, and at the end you can see there was a large cauldron that was probably used to serve these foods, and you can see a big stack of these leaves that they were utilizing. And behind it, where there's a podium for generally probably preaching of some kind, there's a large circular window, and perfectly masked inside of it is the rising moon on the other side. Always takes my breath away when I walk inside and see through that window. Come, sit here. And she kind of just walks over into one of the pews and sits down, and she pats the seat next to her.
And Eli will sit down.
Where are you from, Hedge?
Pretty far south down the road. Not little hop, skip, and a jump from Alderheart. Originally, it's been long. Little farm outside of Salter's Port.
I've been to Salter's. A nice little port.
Yeah. Water's beautiful in the summer. I'm sorry.
Do you miss your home?
Truth be told, it hasn't been my home for a long while, so not particularly, but I do think about it from time to time.
This is not my home either. I understand the way things travel, and sometimes Alderheart is a big city. You always find your way here. What brings you to Alderheart?
Well, this time around, it's the fires. Mother Early.
Like everyone else, then? A refugee?
Not quite. Trying to. What started as I was in Winnowing Reach at the time, or I'm sorry, not Winnowing Reach. Meadowfen. Yes. Mm-hmm. I was in Meadowfen doing some work, and they had a militia go up to investigate the fires, and not many of them returned, and our quest took us to Warning, Winnowing Reach, and then Alderheart eventually of of the oncoming fires, which, as you can see, has been a problem that predates our presence here, my friends and I.
Oh, friends as well.
Yes.
Wait. Your friends happen to be a Gerbine, a Strig, and a bard named Pez.
Yes. Yeah. The very same.
I had heard tell that they had a priest of Gaspard with them. A hero, then. And what you did today was also heroic. I should have expected that.
I'm not trying to do it for renown of any sort. I just trying to help everybody. And
Well, you are doing Hanera's will, whether you know it or not. Sometimes evil fires. The evil must be challenged wherever it is found. But sometimes it takes acts of compassion and not violence. Like you did today. It was good work. Your name is?
I'm so sorry. Eli. Eli Briarwood.
Briarwood. A lovely name. Eli, you are free to stay here as long as you wish in the temple. What you have done today has earned you at least that much. If you are looking to do more of what you have done today, the Temple of Hanera has been open every day since the crisis began to help serve all who are in trouble and all of the refugees that have come. Tomorrow we will be going down to the roots themselves and bringing our food with us.
I actually have to see the council tomorrow. But after that I can absolutely come help y'all. It's the only chance we have at hopefully uniting people in an effort to fight this crisis. I don't even know if that's going to work.
Heard that there is a prominent bandit figure in the city. Is that who you speak?
I do, and I still don't know if I've doomed her.
Hanera teaches that we should never give up on each other. And that even the most wicked, not saying that your bandit is the one of them, talked to the council on many an occasion, can be healed with love. And if you show the level of compassion you have shown today, I am sure the council will heed your words.
It's not General Saradin I'm concerned with having compassion, frankly.
The council is a... well, a discompassionate beast, I think. Too concerned with their upper tree things to realize the plight of everyone below them. But this is why we, which is even as bird folk, as she looks down at herself, make our temple down here. Because we are for all.
Yeah.
Well, Eli, you will always have friends here and a shelter, shall you need it, to heal. Whether that be physically or just your heart. I wish you luck on the morrow. I may know the speaker on a personal level. If you would like, I could send maybe a personal missive to her. Just pay extra special attention to the words that you say.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Good. And remember us the day after, maybe. Get some rest. If you would like to come help again, we can always use the extra pause.
I'll be there.
Good. Now, I have a loft room. If you would like it. Small, but the pallet is comfortable enough. Or do you have to get back to your friends?
I think my friends can manage without me for a night. I'd like that room, thank you.
Okay. I'll show you to it. And as she stands and she puts out a wing to help you to your feet, she walks and begins to take you to a small loft room at the back of the temple. And I think that's where we're going to take our break. We'll take a brief 3 to 5 minute break here, chat. Get a breath, get another drink, and when we come back, we will reconnect with Dagonet, Pez, and Lucky. See you then. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into DieFall Alderheart episode 11. That was a pretty good one in the feels there, and big props to Rob for taking the dive on that. It's tough sometimes to really get into the character and role play it as effectively and as emotionally as he just did. So big clap for him. If you guys want to get caught up on any of the stuff that's happened previously, head on over to the YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/runawayrobot. Or you can find us in podcast form, audio only form, on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud under DieFall Dungeons and Dragons. Big thank you to our two patrons, Zombie Fighter and Wraith V ESG, for supporting this cast. If you would like to support the cast here, head on over to the Patreon. And that is patreon.com/DieFall. And everything that wow, I can't even word today. All money that is made there goes directly to the cast members here, and there's a couple of really cool opportunities there if you want art, or if you want to have an opportunity to name an NPC, like if you wanted to be able to name the NPC that runs the temple. You could be part of that. So take a look at the Patreon. It is important to us and important to me to help pay these people for their talent, as was just exemplified, and their time spending it here with us. So thank you very much, Eldrith, for the follow. Bonus stage Rob for the 23 months. Subscribe to the tier 1. LB Hackem for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. And Drummers Have Souls. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the factory, and we will be right back.
No, you're not.
Who knows?
The bar
Welcome
is
back,
there.
everyone, to DieFall Alderheart episode 11, where apparently we may be done with feelings.
Probably.
At least for today.
Who knows?
At least for today. Okay. So Eli's led up to the small loft room, and let's see. It's been a little while. Pez and Lucky. Eli's been gone for a long time, so we have like a whole afternoon to talk about. What have you guys been up to?
I imagine a caffeine crash at some point.
Yes,
pretty
eventually
quickly.
that does happen. Yeah, because everyone's had that before, right? Like that is the worst thing that ever happens after you have a really nice either cup of coffee or something. You gotta either keep it going, or things just seem to fall apart in front of you. So are you guys still in Eliza's shop when this happens?
Probably.
I guess. Yeah, Lucky's probably just waiting out for her to finish finally appraising his item.
Yeah. So she does. She ends up finishing appraising the item, and she goes and she looks down at it, and it takes a while, especially after all the distractions of you guys coming in with all these business ideas now. And she goes, "Oh, wow. So this is that's an uncommon item, I can tell you that much right now. I'd call it maybe even wondrous. It's called a brooch of shielding, which probably should have given it away with the brooch being a shield, but you never know with magic items and such. While wearing it, you can have resistance to force damage and immunity to damage from the magic missile spell. It's, well, I put it on my shelf for about 500 gold.
Huh. All right.
Use that, Lucky.
I mean, you know, if they ever see me, they might fire at me. I don't know if they see me though. I mean, you could take it and trade it in for your robe. You're eyeballing it, you know.
Are you sure you don't want it? Because I could raise some money for the robe. Probably no problem. I'm very famous now.
Just take this in your gems, you know, and get yourself a robe.
I'm very famous now.
Well, I mean, you said the robe was what, 300?
Well, I think I came down to 325 for you.
325? So, I mean, with the brooch, there's extra. How do you...
Oh, I didn't say I was buying it from you for 500. I said I'd put it on my shelf for 500. I gotta turn a profit here.
Is that how business works? Oh, geez.
I mean, would you want to trade it for the robe? Would it be an easier sell for you than that robe? I mean, it's kind of loud. The robe is. Not
I'm
very
willing
deep.
to take that chance.
Deep pockets, but not very deep pockets. Some people just need, you know.
I'd be willing to take the chance, yeah.
All right. We'll just call it.
If you want to do a straight up trade, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's fine. Go get your robe. There you go. Enjoy your sells. I hope it sells well. I never tried it out. I hope it would.
Yeah, I'll put it up here with all the other wondrous things. And she puts it next to a bunch of these like figurines and these little tokens.
All right, Lucky. Look. I only did this so I can make you my pack rat. So anytime I get anything, I give it to you. You put it in your pockets. And she said you could put stuff. All right, sweet.
You want me to carry you?
I'm all right. I got some strong legs. I can carry myself for now. But thanks so.
I'll help you.
I have this like pounding headache in the forehead of my head. Do you have that right now?
I have to pee.
Yeah, me too. Eliza, do you have a restroom, or should we go find another restroom? Like a.
Yeah, just head out back. There's a latrine.
All right.
Thanks, Eliza.
Thanks, Eliza.
Yeah, of course, and come back now, y'all. I got all these magic items and things.
This is amazing. You're doing so good.
You definitely turned a dime. You know what I'm saying? You came with not very much. Couple of weeks, you was booming. You know.
Should we get some more of that espresso?
I'm okay on that right now.
Maybe that'll help.
Oh, maybe Dagonet could use some. What do you think about that?
I would love to see what Dagonet would do when Dagonet has all that energy. Maybe Dagonet would fly.
So many shelves and benches.
So.
Maybe Dagonet could build a deck.
Dagonet could build our tables for our espresso store with the performance. What do you think about that? What if we paid Dagonet an espresso?
Oh, I think Dagonet would love it. It's very fancy, and Dagonet is very fancy.
He's very fancy. He used to open his armor sometimes. Pretty nice.
Yeah, Dagonet knows how to take care of things.
So I guess they were headed back to the inn. You want to go see if we can find them?
That might be a good idea. How does this look, though? I'm gonna do some spins.
I mean, stunning. All I'm gonna say is
the sleeves.
stunning.
They go woo.
Is it just like this really floofy robe? Yeah, I love it.
Yep. I have placed the robe of useful items into your bag. You now have it in your inventory. To find out what it does, you can go to the compendium, the little I, and type in robe of useful items. There is a tab that has all of the things that this robe has in it. It will take. I don't know if it takes attunement. And I will read this right now to find out. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach a patch, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Once out of patches, it becomes an ordinary garment. Okay. So.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
There's a knife.
We have to decide what the other patches are going to be. I was not ready for all of them. So.
Oh.
So, I need you to roll a D100.
Okay.
Hang on.
What is that last one?
11 more times.
Whoa.
So, hang on. Let me get out a notes pad. Okay. So, chat, we're gonna learn today about the Robe of Useful Items.
A lot of things are happening.
Yeah, so I need you to roll a D100 11 times.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Oh my god, that's so many.
11.
All right.
We got
So
67 and
many
68.
Not nice.
Failed. It's not nice.
Not nice.
Not nice, but it's actually a pretty good item, so it's there's a lot in here. Wow.
You could get a portable ram. What does a
Yep.
portable ram look like?
Mally, you could get 2 dogs.
Like a battering ram,
Dogs?
or like
You can get
Okay.
horses. You can get a silver coffer worth 500 gold pieces, which is more than the worth
buy
of
another
the
robe.
actual
Buy
item.
another robe. Buy another robe.
That is actually insane that that's a thing. Who does business like this? 10
You do.
gems worth 100 gold apiece. Who does business like this? Just use the just take the patches off.
Legends, man. Legends do business.
There's a door? What?
Roll me a 1d3 as well.
Oh.
A 1. Okay. Well, that's a bummer, but it's okay. Which one was that? Yeah, you can get dogs.
Dogs.
You might have rolled for both those dogs.
Did we get the dogs?
You might have the dogs.
How does that work in Humblewood?
I don't freaking know. This is
like
this is
mounts?
unacceptable.
We have a goofy Pluto situation
Oh,
here, and
yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh, roll me another D3.
Okay. Lucky I owe you
Oh.
my life.
This is amazing. So you now have a spell scroll for a 1st level spell and a spell scroll for a 3rd level spell.
Just whip it out.
Just whip it out, I guess. Okay, so that was that one. So now we're back down to this one. What the fuck is this stupid iron door? What the
It's
fuck?
just a door? Can you put the door on a wall?
Yeah,
You
just
just
so
have a crafting recipe from Minecraft for an iron.
yeah, for an iron door.
Sick.
Oh no. So yeah, an iron door, up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high, barred on one side of your choosing, and you can place it in an opening you can reach. Up to 10 feet wide. It's literally just any opening. You can make a gate out of this.
Could fit both
It
of our
conforms. It conforms to the opening, attaching and hinging itself. It's
And
literally
you
a
can choose if
Minecraft
it's, like,
iron door.
locked or not. You could be like, kick them in. Goodbye.
This is the best day.
This is the wildest. Wow. Okay, hang on. So that's that one. Then you got a 61. Just 4 more of these. Holy moly. Turns out Pez is now the healer.
All right, guys, it's been real.
And is also wildly rich. Maybe I should have done the rolling for this because I rolled
Pez
way
just
lower.
buy Alderheart and then problem solved.
We'll just fix it. We'll be in charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Pez. I'm going to DM you on Discord.
Okay.
That's your list of everything you have.
We have a horse and dogs. Oh, do I know that I have all of these things?
spending some time with the robe will allow you to figure out what you got.
Okay.
So putting it on right now, you've got no idea what all these patches are. But spending some time with the robe, taking a look at where all these patches are and what they do, because you have the beginning ones too. I don't know. So there's also 2 of each of these. I don't know if you read the thing yet, because there's also more than just what you rolled for. So 2 each of these. So you also get dagger, bullseye, lantern, mirrors, a 10-foot pole, rope, and a sack.
I like how specifically the rope is coiled.
Ah, yes.
Very specific.
Must be coiled. No, just like you pull the patch out and it becomes a thing, and it's just like it's 50 feet on the ground of just rope. And it's like, well, frick, you gotta like roll it all the way up and God. Wow. Okay. So what happens when you rip off the patch? So when wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment.
Lucky I have no idea what's happening, but this is a good day, I think. Well, it started off kind of bad, but it's fine. It's fine. It's good. I have
Fund
no
your
words.
own military with this robe right now, by the way.
Look at all of these patches. Aren't they so pretty?
It's very lovely on you. You have clearly a variety of colors and threads and stuff. I mean, it's much in your nature. You're very colorful. It's very colorful, you know.
Honestly, I thought it would just look real good while we're up there performing and stuff. You need like an upgraded outfit, you know? And I thought the sleeves were real fun. The sleeves are great. But like,
you'll be a great distraction now. It's a good thing, you know. Good.
Does this look like a rope?
I mean, maybe they've got like some legends behind each of the patches. Maybe somebody who like wore this at some point, like this is their story. Maybe you could like write a story about your robe, like each of the stories within the patches.
Ooh, maybe it's haunted. It could be a haunted robe.
Haunted robe. If I see it moving without Janet, I might have to, you know, tie it down or something. But
oh no, maybe they're nice. They're probably very nice. I mean, no nasty ghost would have such high fashion sense.
I have a feeling it like looks like Ron Weasley's like
yes,
robes from the
abso-freaking-lutely. Yes,
it's
very much what I was imagining.
Very high tastes. Yeah. Okay, well don't let it drag on the ground or anything. Don't get it muddy. We just bought it. I don't want to have to refund it for the debt and stuff.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm going to pay you back, by the way. Oh my goodness.
I don't use nothing anyways. It's like literally holding down backspace for a while. I mean, you know. I didn't know it was magic. Did you know it was magic? I never knew Frey would ever even use like magical items. You know, times change though. So.
I mean, it clearly didn't do her very good.
Yeah, maybe she didn't know either. She was just like, oh, this looks nice, but didn't know she could, you know, shield herself from you. I mean, you know.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's my opinion. Except for that one time. Ooh.
If we want to get anything for Dagonet and Eli, I know they said they didn't want anything at the store, but Eli was really like usually he's like that when he's hungry, but not that bad. So I wonder if we should get him something.
It's been a tough day. I mean, pastries always help me, but he wasn't very interested in snacks. I don't know who would turn down a warm pastry in a trying time, but apparently Eli would. I do not understand him.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
What is he like?
What would Eli have told Lucky that he enjoyed other than his legends?
Eli likes cobbler for sure. Like, definitely a peach cobbler guy.
He told me one time he likes cobbler. You ever had cobbler? It's like fruit on the bottom, got some like crispy crust on the top. It's really good.
My mom made it with beans.
I think that's just called a pot pie. But you could definitely try to find some cobbler if you wanna. I don't know anybody. So I'm gonna bakery.
Retail therapy. Let's do it.
So you're gonna go look for a bakery right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're in the richer section of Alderheart. It won't be hard to find a bakery. But while you do so, I don't feel like we've neglected Dagonet for too long. Dagonet, you exit the half-full cup, and Eli's gone.
Kind of like looking down, and he's like, oh. He goes to the lower levels. And I was like, you're like, well, man, maybe going to the people in need.
Sure. Where do you go?
Knowing the snobbery of birdfolk, he's not gonna go look for the most destitute looking refugees. Maybe like the more like the ones who maybe have like families, like small children and stuff like that are, you know, they have money, but they're obviously like they need it for food and not for lodgings, kind of thing.
Okay.
But he's gonna be like looking, like keeping an eye out for Eli.
For Eli? Okay. I mean, the refugees are easy enough to come by as you go down the markets, right? Becoming more and more prevalent as you make your way down the tree. So the canopy market is where you guys were. The trunk market is kind of it's the middle section, and there's a lot of villagers there. I think this is probably where you would be, where you'd see the most people that don't look like destitute, but were fleeing the fires ahead of them, rather than having had their been in them, right? So these are the people that got out with some money, got out with some clothes, got out with some means. They would be here in the trunk market, I think. So yeah, I mean, you see some around, but again, when they have these kinds of means, most of them are staying in the inns here. Now, some of the inns are fit to burst, right? And if you inquire at any one of them, they'll tell you that some of them are sleeping like 6 to a room or more. And some have started converting their floor space, but they're still renting the spaces, right? Like they've placed out pallets on the ground and things like that in the back rooms and things but they're still renting the spaces at maybe a reduced price, but that is still happening. So I don't know what in particular you're looking for.
He would go to the inns and inquire waiting lists. If there's been people coming and those that he's been turning away, various inns have been turning away.
Sure. Yeah. You would find that a lot of them have been, especially on this level. The trunk market is the nicest of the affordable places. The Bright Hollows would be the next portion of that, where that has a bunch of homes and markets in it, but it's the trunk market tends to still have the majority bird folk, whereas the Bright Hollows market, which is one level lower, tends to have more of the humble folk.
He would be trying to spy, I guess, single mothers kind of thing.
Sure. Again, kind of hard to tell unless it's one of those situations in the inns that they are they have pallets out in the main room and people are actually there utilizing them. Otherwise, they do have rooms. So unless you're investigating each individual room in the inn, it's kind of hard to specifically find, oh, this single mother is likely a refugee also, rather than this is a single mother that's just in Alderheart. Okay, asking the staff themselves.
Any of the female staff,
sure, okay,
and stuff like that, who would obviously know the gossip
Gotcha.
and the ins and outs.
I see. I thought you were just going at it alone. But if you're gonna enlist some help, especially from knowledgeable people in the area, yeah, absolutely. You're more than able to find some single mothers that are definitely being put up in some of these inns. Is there a particular thing that you want to do here?
We had 2 rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
2 rooms, 2 beds apiece.
All right. He's not going to be sure on what Pez and Lucky will do, so he's just going to be filling one room.
Okay, sure. So you talk to like two families then?
Yeah, once he's made the connections, he'll approach.
Yeah. Okay. So you're at an inn in the trunk market, and there is a raptor woman with a small bird child that seems to be playing around her feet. The child is up and hopping around, so not baby, and she's sitting and she's kind of just sitting there and like trying to calm him, because it's still an inn and they're still trying to do business and there's a lot of people around still, but she looks up as she sees you approach, and this is a woman that the likely one of the barmaids had showed you. As being one of the single mothers that had been here as a refugee.
Pardon me. Do you have a moment? Time?
Hello, gentle sir. Yes, 1 second. One second. He's just... Corey, please. Just give me a moment. And Corey's just like hopping in circles around his mom's feet right now. Stop. And like her wings are like buffeting around a little bit, like trying to get this child. Just hold still. I'm sorry. And now he's just hopping around both of you since you're standing close. Just literally hopping circles. I'm sorry. What can I help you with?
Well, we have some room.
Here at the. Do you work for this inn here?
No. Oh. We are making. How do I say, families who may need a little bit more room because you have small child, and my room is paid for, but I don't really need the whole room. So just trying to help out, and I've already discussed it with the innkeeper at this place I'm staying, and that I am allowed to people to stay at, because like I'm in and out of town, so the room goes empty a lot, and that is unfortunate with the crowding down here.
Roll me an insight check. A 13. Looks a little uncomfortable.
I've been led to that you might be more comfortable. I have some other families that would also be accompanying with you. I wouldn't be in the room with you. You would be taking over the room in my absence, and even if when I'm in here now, I can sleep on the floor somewhere. It does not matter to me. But I think the room is better used to families than to me.
She relaxes a little bit when you mention that there are other families that will be involved in the situation. She goes, Where's the room?
What's the name of the inn again?
Half full cup.
The Huffle Cup, it's, you don't know if you've heard of that one or not.
You would know, since you've just were there, that it is just down the road from here. It's a very easy walk. She goes, we stopped there earlier, and they said they didn't have any rooms.
Well, that, yes and no. Again, technically, I am an occupant, but again, I've been out of town on council business, and it's the space needs to be used. It is the situation now. It is silly to have an empty room. in a time like this. I don't care if they're holding it for me. It is not. No.
I appreciate your generosity. Corey, hold still. And she like grabs him now, and he's just like still trying to hop up and down in place where she's got him held. Corey, now this nice strig here has offered us a room to stay in, but only if you're a good boy. And he kind of stops and he looks up and he shrugs and he goes back to hopping. Thank you for the offer. We'll accept.
He leans into Corey and says, "Now, if you're a good boy for your mama, I will make you some toys for you to play with." Huh?
Stops and cocks his head and looks at you and goes, "Really?"
I am a composer. You know, I made some toys for some refugees at for a place in the mountains.
You've been to the mountains?
Yeah, just came from there.
What's it like in the mountains?
It's a little chilly, a little high for even my taste, but
I want to fly through the trees and go up to the very top and swoop down and woo! And so he starts hopping around. He's like got his wings spread out now, and his mother's just like, we appreciate your generosity. The toys aren't necessary.
It's not a problem, and one of the reasons looking for families is the children would be able to play with each other. Yeah. Yeah, they get bored, in
who do we say? Are you coming with us? Do we say?
Oh, yeah, I will come with you, but if I'm a little slow, if I get a little waylaid, I'm also looking for one of my friends. But my name is Deck of Many.
Nice to meet you. I'm Margaret.
Oh, yeah. And you, of course, are Corey.
This whole wingful is Corey.
But if you want to gather your things, and I will meet you at the front of the half-full cup.
Yeah, of course. And she turns to like gather their meager belongings. It doesn't take long. You're like halfway to the door by the time they're done packing, and they have joined you at the door leading out into Alderheart. So you fill the room with this family and one other, a humble folk family, a Mapok mother and her child, and they will be utilizing the room. Very good, very kind of you. So once that's completed, what else do you want to do, Dagonet? I'm saying it's probably like it's getting to be evening now. I think after all of this stuff is happening, it's probably getting to be closer to evening.
He's going to grab a paper, like a newspaper or whatever flyer, whatever kind of notice things that they've got. And he's going to give up the fact that he probably won't find everyone by walking. So he's going to sit out on the front porch of the inn and dad wait.
Okay, of the half full cup, you're just going to wait?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you're going to dad wait. Okay. Pez and Lucky, what are you doing now?
Trying to find a bakery. We can buy a cobbler.
That's right, the bakery. Yeah, easy enough to find in the market that you're at right now. The canopy market we find is in stark contrast to the market that Eli was in earlier. The bakery, though it being the end of the day, still has pastries, not just breads. And it seems to, they seem to be turning still a pretty good profit on things.
Is there a line here?
There is no line.
Go to counter.
Oh, can't hear you. I don't know.
He's just looking around for cobbler.
For cobbler?
Mm-hmm.
Like a peach cobbler? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Someone eventually comes to the front. Let's call it a strig. A strig man. Rather short, little rotund, general brown striggish markings. And he says, what can I do you for?
I'm trying to see if you have any cobbler available to go.
Cobbler?
Like the baked down fruits, bit of, pastry on the top.
Sometimes it comes with beans.
But we don't want beans today. Maybe
I've got a pie, which is similar, but not necessarily a cobbler on hand right now.
Anything peach adjacent?
They do have peach.
Do peach
All right.
my pastry.
How big are your pies? Are they like normal? You got mini pies?
I've got big ones and I've got a couple of little ones.
Okay, how much are your little pies?
Little pies. A bunch of little pies. Let's find out. Yes.
I feel like we need theme music every time we look at prices of stuff. Ba-da-ba.
Ba-da-ba. I think the little pies are probably a silver piece. Specialty fruit, well made, in the canopy market. Yeah, it's gonna be a silver piece.
Okay, look. Like a silver if I want to get small pies, peach. I'll give you 2 silver, but it's gonna give you a little bit of work. If you don't mind, I particularly need a cobbler-esque existence. So if you don't mind, can you just carve off the top of the pie and flip it over and put it in a to-go container?
He looks at the 2 silver pieces on his counters. One moment. And he takes the pie and he takes a spoon and he kind of like looks sheepishly at you and then turns around and you hear like crack, crack, and then like oh.
Perfect. I mean, it's
and he
close
turns
enough,
around
guys.
and he's
Okay.
and it looks like the crust of the pie has been mashed into the filling itself, which is kind of what a cobbler is. But he hasn't really done anything else to it.
It looks great. Do you have any like to-go silverware, anything to go with this? I don't really know if we have any back at the room.
No, but if you have a room at the end, I'm sure that they can give you some.
We're still at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, that'd be fine.
Oh, should we get something for Dagonet too? What is Dagonet like?
I don't know what Dagonet would like.
Cheese?
I don't want to get anything
Like
that's like
cheese?
allergic
cheese
to. What have we seen Dagonet eat?
Cheese stain.
What
Like the
does
cheese
Dagonet
Danish.
eat?
Do you got any cheese Danish here or anything?
Not fresh, but I've got some.
Starbeaks makes a really good one.
So stop peaks and all that.
I just heard what you got. You're right. There's a Starbeaks in every corner in Alderheart, especially up here in the canopy market.
Very bougie.
If it's not fresh, is it as a discount? Because I don't want to pay full price if it's not fresh made.
5 copper.
All right, use separate containers if you don't mind.
He gets like a little bag. I don't know. This is like D&D. Do they do bags? Like I think they just I think he just hands them to you. You just have them in your hands now.
Okay, all right. You're not gonna put in your pockets. Lucky, you reach into my pocket and grab the gentleman's money. Should be 2 silver and a couple
no
copper.
problem. Oh my gosh, no! I'm gonna get. So it's 2 silver and a copper.
2 silver, 5 copper.
5
2
copper.
silver, 5 copper. I don't have any copper.
Split a silver in half.
I split a silver in half.
Now you have 5 copper remaining.
That's fine. Okay, cool.
All right.
Ready.
Let's
Oh, I want to ask real fast, if you got a second. So are you closing soon?
Yes, the day is done.
What do you do with the leftovers? Do you sell them tomorrow, or what do you?
Oh no, throw them in the trash.
Oh, well, if you don't mind, I mean, I could take it for you, the leftovers, the stuff.
Only if you're paying.
How many money?
wait. He like covers the mouth.
Throw them away.
Do you need help carrying them out? You look like you had a long work day. We're laborers. We work for the council. I mean, we'll We're totally
He looks
down.
at you rather suspiciously now that you're offering to take out the trash after asking what is done with the food afterwards. He hums at you. Roll me a deception check.
Sweet.
Inspiration.
No. A 13. Oh,
A 13.
Okay.
He goes, no, I do believe I can do it myself. Thank you, though.
No, you're welcome. What time do you open in the morning, by the way? If this is good, like, what's your store hours so that we can come by?
Oh, we open up when the sun comes up. We get in early.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest here, real fast, if you don't mind. There's a lot of hungry folk downstairs, and we're gonna go back down
There's
there.
hungry folk all over. Are you paying?
It's all right, Piz. This is the nicer part of town, and he's gonna kind of like
throwing it away.
waggly eyebrows at you. We'll figure out a way to, make stuff happen when we can.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but I mean, I guess.
No way. She just got this new coat. It's very ooh,
Have you tried espresso? Might fare very well with these pastries.
No, I
Ooh.
have not tried the espresso yet. Though I've seen a couple of people come by, and they seem to like it a lot.
Might give you a little more life.
It's pretty popular now. You don't get put out of business by the other place. I'm saying.
Nobody makes pastries like me.
We'll see. We might see you in the morning. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, come again.
He goes outside, and immediately once he goes outside, he just throws aside the pastries and goes, "We're gonna rob him."
I mean, okay, he doesn't seem very nice. He's just gonna throw it away. I mean, it's not really
I'm sorry.
robbing,
Do
he's
you
just throwing it away.
do you throw them on the ground?
Just like
We get the I just love this. The camera shot is gonna be from the perspective of the baker, who is still inside. Watch you immediately go outside, and it's just like the door closes, and through the window there's just like thump and splat onto the ground. And he goes, "Huh, must have not liked my pastries." And then we go to you, and you're leaning in and whispering, "We're gonna rob him."
Look, we'll just look where his trash is, alright? And we'll get the pastries ourselves. You're
Doesn't really
gonna
count as robbing. I just don't want him to touch the trash because, like, he's just throwing it away. and
Okay,
people
I'll
down there
carry it.
getting
I'll
food.
carry it. It's fine. Like it's I've got my hand dirty a few times. It's fine. Just
We're
whatever.
just gonna go around back and sit and wait. What's the plan here? What's the game plan?
Well, you probably stick out front, and I'll go out back, and you just like make one of your bird noises if you see anybody coming down the alley. One of them,
Okay.
or a couple of them.
I
Or
make
just,
many
you know,
bird noises.
Or you could start singing your song from the fort or something.
I'll sing the song about Lucky.
Maybe not one with my name in it, but something like that would be good.
Okay, yeah, I'll just sing a thing. Yeah. Okay, we'll just hang out and
Alright,
go back there and then
Yeah, I'm gonna find which alley between these buildings gets back to hopefully is a trash pickup. I don't know where the trash pickup is, so.
You have me Googling the history of the trash can and all its dirty secrets and other medieval trash disposal.
I wonder if it's like somebody comes by with a cart and he just throws it onto the cart.
That is, I mean,
bring out your
I
bread.
don't know. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I guess that would be what would happen is that in the evening, someone would come by with a cart and all of the waste would be put into it and then it would be taken to an external location to be disposed of.
All right. How do I go about this? Guess I'll
Did
just.
ancient cities provide trash collection?
We could go get a cart and be the trash man.
I mean, do you have a disguise? I don't have a disguise. Pretty sure he knows who we are. I mean, especially with that jacket, he knows who we are now.
I could just turn it inside out.
What if we hire some children?
Does Alderheart employ children for labor?
Well, you were very good at talking to the kids, but we can always hire somebody else too. I got a couple extra gold. I'm sure anybody would take a job for a couple gold just to go to this guy, collect his trash, and then bring it to us.
How far away is Elsie.
Eliza?
Eliza.
Your one friend in the city. It's your one friend in the city, and you were just talking to her.
I was like, LC, what?
I love it. I love it.
This is bad with names.
I'm sure Eliza wouldn't mind making a couple extra bucks. Clearly, she's turning it over pretty quickly.
She's probably got a cart. She has carts. Eliza has carts.
Oh yeah, she totally got. I mean, she at least has a barrel with some arrows in it. So.
You remember that she used to pull a cart, and Eli used to pull that cart for her as well.
Yeah, she still got it.
It's been a couple weeks in game for you guys, but you remember, he has a cart.
Wait. Do you want to go get Eliza? I'll just keep an eye out when he's packing up and leaving.
Yeah, if you see the trash person, take him out.
I'll just pay him off. It's fine. That's how I made it $2.
I'm sorry. This is a great plan.
God, the night and day between Pez and Lucky and everybody else. We are the two stooges. I love it.
Everyone helps in their own way.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go get Eliza.
I'm not.
Yep.
You want to go get Eliza. So you head back to Eliza's Emporium, and Eliza is closing up shop. You see her as she is, cleaning some things in the shop, and she watches you come and says, "Oh, well, hello there, friend. Where's everyone else now?"
Eliza, we are gonna do some cahoots. Do you want to do some cahoots? It'll be really fun. Can we borrow you and your cart?
I'm an upstanding citizen of Alderheart now, and a shop owner besides.
It is for upstanding citizen things. This person is real mean. He's not very nice. There's hungry people down there, and he won't share his bread. He's just gonna toss it in the trash.
He's just gonna toss it in the trash?
He's gonna toss it in the trash. There's people that can eat it and use it, and he's just gonna throw it away. And this guy's not very nice. So I figure, here's the thing. I know you, and you're very nice, and you have a cart, and they use carts to take the trash out. And I figure maybe we can just pose as the trash person, and he'll throw the bread in your cart, and we'll just have the bread then, and then we're gonna give it to the hungry folks down there. We're trying to do a good thing. You just won't let us do a good thing very easily, so we gotta do some cahoots about it.
This is a very sound plan.
It's a very good plan.
Did you come up with this?
Oh, it was Lucky and I. Lucky's staking out the joint back there.
This does have Lucky written all over it. Most cahoots does.
Lucky's very good at cahoots.
Well, I got my cart around back.
Yeah, can we, do you want to, should we do it? So we were talking to this guy, both Lucky and I, so he recognizes us, which is why I'm coming to you.
Oh, you want me to do the cahoot?
You want to be in on it?
Oh. Well, I'm not.
Oh,
You see her paw like begin to shake a little bit. She's like, I don't know if I can pose as a municipal
heroism.
trash person.
Eliza, now, see, you are the bravest lady that we know. You are so smart. Look at you. You did this whole business by yourself. You have a cart. I mean, oh my gosh, we could put on some different outfits for you.
My mouth is dry. I'm getting a little bit of that dry mouth there. Y'all got any water?
Yeah, I got some espresso. Do I have some water?
Doing some cahoots. You've got a water bag that you always carry with you because you were an adventuring type.
I am an adventurer. Oh, that is right here. Here, do you want the water bag or do you want my parents' moonshine bag?
Moonshine bag.
Moonshine bag. Give her the moonshine bag.
Ooh, that is some stuff right there. Wow.
You ready?
Ooh, that is twice now you've given me drinks today that have made me feel pretty good.
It's the only way to be an adventurer, I think.
You know, maybe I should have taken up the adventure in life. Okay, I'll get my cart. Meet me around front. I'll be there in a moment. I gotta lock up.
Thank you, Eliza. You were so sweet.
And she scoots out the back, notably taking the bag of the moonshine with her and is going to go get the cart. You go out the front. She wheels it around. She locks up the front door as well. She goes, well, all right then. Where are we cahooting?
Oh, it's just right across the street over there at the place. So maybe just,
Oh, Luigi's place.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes some pretty good biscuits. I tell you what.
It makes some good biscuits, but that is not a very nice person.
Well, just doing business.
Just gonna throw it away. That is not good business.
If you can't sell it on the morrow, then
We were gonna take it for him for free. And he was like, I'm gonna charge you money for it. And that's just for something he was gonna throw away. It's not very good business. I don't know much about business, but if it's not worth anything to him, why would you
I think I've heard about this before. It starts with a C. Capital.
Oh, that.
Alderheart is the capital of the Humblewood, and sometimes people can be real stingy with their stuff.
That is true. But we're gonna do a good thing, Eliza.
That's right. And she takes another big swig of the moonshine. Just, all right, where's Lucky at? Now we flash over to Lucky. Lucky, are you waiting behind the shop?
As inconspicuously as possible.
Roll me stealth.
Sweet. A 23.
23! You look really inconspicuous.
I'm
Leaned up
literally
against
a
the
trash
wall,
can.
just like posted up, checking your nails or something, and no one seems to give a heck. It's also pretty empty up here. This market tends to cut, like, as soon as it goes dark and stuff, people are like going to the inns or taverns or things like that, or going home. They don't seem to like carouse out here. So you post up kind of on a wall, and eventually you see a cart come trundling down the way. And yeah, there's as they get closer, let's see, who are they? They're a yes. It seems to be a Corvum, dressed kind of in darkish clothes, and they're trundling along, and they seem to be whistling a small tune. And they've got some stuff in this cart already. It seems to be other food refuse from the inns, the taverns, other bakeries. It's waste. It is a lot of waste. It is just all together in a thing. It's like what's been scraped out of pots. It's all of this.
All right. Gonna step out as he gets close.
Oh,
excuse me, sir.
Yes. How may I help you?
I am. Look, I'm just gonna give you a gold if you'll skip this business right here on the waste pickup. 1 gold.
If Corvums had eyebrows, they would climb very high on his beaked face. A gold?
A gold. I'll give you 2 gold. If tomorrow you save any good waste or good leftover food, and you take it down to Eliza's Emporium.
Eliza's Emporium.
She'll know.
So
maybe.
I'd need 2 cots.
How much is a cot?
A gold piece.
I'll give you 3 gold if you do these 2 favors with the extra cot.
3 gold. Yes, you can count on me, kind and gentle sir. Absolutely.
And you'll just slide the 3 gold. There you go.
Pleasure doing business.
He's totally not gonna do it, is he?
He has trundled off down the lane. Eliza comes around the corner with her cart, sees you there. I hear we're doing some cahoots.
We're doing the cahoots of the good kind.
Good cahoots, that's what Pez said. Seems like a pretty good idea. And she takes another big swig of the moonshine. I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Can I smell it on Eliza right now?
Roll me perception.
Great. Oh, no,
7.
definitely can't.
She smells like blueberries.
You already been over here today? He had some blueberry tots in there.
Well, I sometimes drop by in the morning for some eats.
So what you're
he
saying
might
is he
know
knows you?
me. Yeah.
Wait.
But
All right.
we can like, she puts her hood up over her head, and I can hunch over like this, and I can disguise my voice like this. Oh, hello there. I am the municipal trash person that always comes to take your trash.
How about let me just can I buy you a robe and then I'll do it and then you can just chill out and that'll be great.
Well, Pez said that he recognized you guys were just in there.
Just robes. Like you said, clearly. I just don't want you to get in trouble and your store get in trouble and then you get in trouble and then you kicked out of town, you know. You're doing so good, you know.
I mean, that's pretty. Nobody's gonna get kicked out of town. That's a
Come
lot.
Pez.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. You can have my cloak then, and she gives you her nice, brown cloak.
Ooh, but you know, what you can do is if he starts looking suspicious, like throw some rocks or something down the alley or something, as if, or like go, oh God, there's something, I don't know, like a fire or something.
Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you telling me to set a fire?
No, just make people think he did.
I think I set a. Pez, you understand what we have to do then, yeah? We gotta distract it. We're setting a fire.
We're not setting a fire.
Sounded like you said I should make people think I'm setting a fire, and I don't know how else to do that other than setting a fire.
There's no fire. Just, you can shout fire, or you can sing
Does seem
fire.
like a really questionable decision up here in the top of a tree setting a fire. There's a lot of wood around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a real fire.
Ow. I wish we had other friends in town. All right, let me get this robe. All right. I'm just gonna put the robe on.
So are you attempting to disguise yourself?
Yes. No disguise kit, by the way.
You don't have a disguise kit. Not actually a rogue, by the way. Lucky is a ranger, by the way. Just so we're clear that we're like, it's not a stereotype, okay?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, no, this is fine. This is perfect. So Eliza and Pez, where do you guys go?
So we were set to distract the baker guy if he got suspicious.
Yes.
That's what's going on.
Where do you go? What do you do? What's the plan? Are you just gonna stand there in the alley, or?
I mean, maybe the alley's a good spot. Should we just hang out here, Lucky? We just hang out here, and then if we hear any trouble, we'll just come barreling out like, you gypped me, Eliza. You've made me pay too much.
Oh yeah, I can be like, well, that's just what a business person would do to try and turn a pretty penny.
And then you bring Baker Guy into it, like Baker Guy, what would you do in this situation? You come over here, Baker Guy.
Yeah.
Sounds convincing.
His name's
enough.
Luigi, by the way.
Luigi,
We can
yep,
call him Baker Guy.
Mr. Luigi.
Call him Baker Guy. Yeah, we're ready.
Just be loud. That's the point. Be very loud. Maybe bang some something against some other stuff. I'm not. Oh,
So
God.
Pez and Eliza go hide around a corner somewhere, maybe behind some boxes or something in this alleyway. Roll me some stealth, Pez.
Okay.
That's a 7.
Yeah.
That is a 7.
Yep.
Wonderful. Okay. That's for both you and Eliza. I'm not rolling for Eliza. So, Lucky, they're hidden. Time for you to get to cahooting.
Right. So Lucky's gonna get the cot and put on a little bit of a limp. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Knock on the back door.
Yep. Ah, good. You finally arrived. And he comes out and he opens the door and he looks around. The cart is mighty empty today. And he starts basically bucketfuls of just breads and pastries and muffins and biscuits to start foomf, foomf, foomf. Got 3 bucketfuls today. And then he looks over and says, oh, you're not the Corvum lad.
Yes, sir. My name is Corey, and
Small to be toting that cart around.
sometimes you just put on some muscles every now and again for the right job. Corey stubbed his toe the other day, is out today, but he'll be back tomorrow, probably. It's a good paying job, you know. I can't be a fine baker like you.
Roll me deception.
It's been 10 minutes since we were in the bakery the first time,
13.
Right?
It has absolutely been 10 minutes since you were in the bakery the first time. Yes, that is a 13. Shiminy Christmas. All right.
I'm trying to do my best, Eli.
I'm going to say he's as smart as a Mopok bandit. Let's see what that looks like. Yes. Yes. Was there no trash at any of the other?
Well, I'm okay. You call I'm not very strong. I have to take multiple trips, but that's okay because a good solid couple of silver they pay me for this can take care of the pain that my limp leg causes me sometimes.
Eliza, do you think we should get out there?
I think this is going real poorly. We need to help him out.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, Eliza!
You gypped me, and you didn't pay me.
Lucky shuffles up.
I swear, I am not very good at counting. Okay,
You owe me more gold pieces, or I'ma set the alley on fire. Am I doing this right?
You're gonna set. Oh, that is an innocent alley. Oh my. She's a. Oh, okay. Wait, I will get you the money. I will get you the money tomorrow.
That's right, or I'm gonna send them knee breakers after you, and they're gonna come collect.
How far away is Lucky? Did Lucky get away?
So Luigi's like out, like looking down the alley now, and Lucky's just down the alleyway, and he turns and looks the other way. What is going on here? Eliza! Yes, Luigi? Eliza, are you alright? Oh, just having an altercation in the evening in this wonderful alleyway. We'll, get out of your hair now.
I'm sorry, I'm a hooligan.
Sorry for bothering you. They'll pay up. They're good for it. And go, Pants, go. Just go. Well, all right then. See you in the morning, Eliza. Yeah, of course, Luigi. If you can make me one of them blueberry muffins, that'd be right wonderful. Thank you. And she disappears around the corner, and we get the shot of Luigi looking back. This place is going crazy. Steps back in and shuts the door. And Lucky, you have a cart full of pastries.
He's wheeling it back to Eliza's. Probably like bits falling off.
And eventually, like, you're doing that, and like they catch up with you, and you're all together now. Oh, that was so many cahoots. Look at that. We did it. We got away with it. We got a trundle full of. Look at all of these sweets.
Oh my gosh,
there's so many.
Oh, maybe we should steal more things. This is so great.
He would have charged us an arm and a leg for this. This is a lot of goods.
Well, now he wouldn't have charged you an arm and a leg. It would have been a gold coin or 5, but
he was just gonna trash them otherwise. We're staying here, right? There's a lot of hungry bellies down there.
Well, I rightly haven't been down below here since y'all left.
Do you wanna come? You wanna come with us? They can see the lady who has helped us with this great bounty. They'll appreciate it. Maybe you make some sales. Maybe you'll make new customers.
Sure, yeah.
Also,
yeah,
there might be somebody tomorrow coming with more pastries. I don't know, maybe. So, this
more of them to my.
Yeah. You can keep with. We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's go. So, what floor of Alderheart do you guys go to give away these pastries?
I imagine we go back to the inn because that's where I believed that Eli and Dagonet would have been.
So you go to half full. the half full cup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you head back to the half full cup, occasionally getting some looks about trundling along with this mostly full cart of pastries. Yeah. And out front, you see Dagonet probably sleeping at this point because it is nighttime. Dagonet, are you still out front?
Oh yes, he fell asleep.
Dagonet is posted up out front, leaned up, and he's got like the like paper is like on his chest where it fell, and he's snoring, and you guys trundle up with a bunch of pastries.
Dagonet.
Sorry, I was just resting my eyes a moment. Where have you been?
Yeah, why aren't you in the room sleeping?
Did you buy all that?
What do you want us?
Arguably, we've spent something on it. What are you,
Well, I was waiting for you and Eli.
Well,
And
Eli's not
plus
here?
I lent out my room.
How many rooms did we have before?
Oh, I only filled the one that Eli and I had. But I didn't put anyone in your rooms.
I think I was in your room.
Well, his room is empty.
I mean, my parents don't live that far away. It's a quick jaunt. We can always just crash with them, right? No
Well,
problem.
then we can fill up the
Ooh.
room then.
Who did you give it away to, though?
Some families down in the other markets. Because well, I don't know where Eli is, but we came back and the council is paying for the room, but they have been empty this whole time.
We've been holding this room for weeks.
Yeah, but that's why he stormed out. I haven't been able to find him. He hasn't been back, but I at least went and found people for the rooms. You know, they might as well be used. I don't.
Did you know that most of those people up there don't actually even know what's going on down here very much? A lot of people have been implying they just, I don't ever go down there. No offense, Eliza, but...
Same with the innkeeper here as well. They don't know what's going on at all.
That's so close. That's crazy. I mean, do they not leave Alder? I don't know how anything works. We got some pastries.
What are you going to do with those, sir?
I mean, we were gonna get a nice cobbler for Eli. And then we found out the guy, the baker who runs this bakery, just throws out all of these every night. But like, just throwing it out, just gone. And then I saw the guy who collects trash normally, and there was a big, huge pile of just food that people have been throwing out. So I paid him to bring the rest of the food to Eliza. So hopefully we can, I was going to give it to Eli, frankly, because he's the one who's like the people person. But I don't know where to take it now. I don't want to give it to the end. He's probably going to sell it. Especially since he doesn't want to.
Don't take it here. Probably level below. I don't know where. Again, Eli has not been back, but let me grab a few of those things. I'll take them up to the kids upstairs.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. You want to come with us down below? Help find somebody to give these out or something?
It might as well.
It'd be fun. I mean, I gotta figure out where to sleep anyways. So.
And we can also fill up the room too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so Diana will grab some tasty looking little treats and maybe some bread for the mums and then take them upstairs.
Yeah. And you do so, and they're excited and grateful, and the kids are very excited about having the sweets. They're trying to tell them, no, it's for tomorrow for breakfast. This can wait. You need to go back to sleep, please. Oh God. And panic ensues as you leave that mess behind and go help your friends distribute some of these tasty goods. Where do you go to try and do this?
We're just going down a level. I'm sure we'll find people. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. So the half full cup is already in the trunk market. So the bright hollows and then the Underfall are below you. The Hollows is where Eli had his thing, and then Underfall is where you guys walked in at and noted that there are tons of refugees.
Nah, I think we'll go to... I mean, we can work our way down, but we saw those refugees coming in, right? Guys?
Yeah. I don't know how far this is going to go. Probably not too terribly far. So, I mean, walking past a bunch of people with a cart full of food probably doesn't... That would be difficult. So maybe just see how far we can get. Just...
what if we,
We would just push the cart down the road.
Run upstairs and see if you can get your blanket. Maybe we can cover them up a little bit so people just don't immediately see them and try to, like, take them. I don't know.
Yeah, we could do that. Grab the... Do I have my... What cloak was I wearing? Probably the nicer one. I'm gonna grab the other cloak and just put it over the brown. Does it cover?
Mostly, yeah. Mostly.
All right, we'll head down. I'm sure we'll find somewhere people will be. Just keep an eye out for Eli. He was so angry at Liza. Again, he was just going to take a nap.
So, it's late now. I've had this music on for way too long because it is night now. It is night. And it has been for quite some time since you were waiting on the trash guy to come by and pick up the refuse of this place. The Hollow Market is pretty much empty. The Underfall would be if there was enough place for people to stay. There's still a lot of people that are out just sleeping in the streets. Or, lean-tos or makeshift homes that they can make out of whatever scraps and things that they can find. It looks like some have gone out into the woods and have started like trying to construct shelters and homes and things with their days that apparently the city is not helping them enough here, so they've started going to do it themselves. And like there's like it's a very like ramshackle town that is being put together right now. But there are people, most of them are either sleeping or trying to sleep at this point. But do you want to start offering food?
Maybe we can just put them down next to them, and then when they wake up, they're just like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah, but we gotta be really quiet, because I don't mean, it's a hard sleep out here in the streets. Been there, Yeah.
We'll wake them up. That seems rude, waking people up.
Some are still awake. They're just like leaned up against walls and things like that, or up against the roots of the tree, and just they're trying to sleep, trying to forget about their condition right now.
Lucky's gonna find one of the ones that's awake or seemingly awake, pull one of the pastries out, tuck it in under Eliza's cloak he's still wearing, and go down and just be like right in front of him, and like pull the little pastry out and give it.
Yeah, and it's a young man, a young Mawpak man. Thank you.
Welcome. Have a good night.
Nods. Oh, there's a family down the way. Make sure they get one.
Sure, what kind of family? Mawpak like you?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
He nods and he like kind of secretively nibbles on the bread, trying to hide it from people. And you kind of make your way and you do this thing. Sometimes you leave them with sleeping people, and sometimes you wake them to give them the food. And eventually, after a couple hours, all of it's gone. And this one little section of the Underfall has had a little bit of extra food today. And we got really distracted on this day today.
Oh, no.
Our first day back in Alderheart. And somewhere in a cell is General Benaceridin waiting for her trial, which I guess will have to be on the next episode. So we're going to do that. Woo, 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 woo. We did it. That's episode 11 of DieFall Alderheart. We're going to wrap it up here because we have to. But it's been a good show, and this was good, and I'm glad we got to roleplay a lot of the coming home, right? This is a homecoming for you guys. It's been, 14 or so days since you've been in the city, and there was stuff to do. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. Let's do some shout outs. Let's go around the room and let the people know where they can find you. Malaveth, where can the people find you at?
Hi, I'm Malaveth. I stream on Twitch 3 days a week. I do a lot of drawing stuff. I'm doing a lot of D&D characters right now, commissions and emotes and other things. Just a bunch of drawing all the time. I'm also pretty active on Twitter, and I post buff orc ladies there.
Honestly, if I don't get a comic strip of buff orc lady, I'd die.
I want to do it.
Anyways. Thanks for playing tonight, Malaveth, and we'll talk about that later. Rob, where can the people find you at?
Well, hello, I'm Rob, and if I had a kink, it'd be buff orc ladies. You can find me on various parts of the internet doing various cahoots, which is like my new favorite thing. Thank you, Malaveth. I love it. I'm bonus stage Rob on all the things. You can find me here on Thursdays playing Eli. You can find me on twitch.tv/game nights. That is game with 2 G's like GG and K like in nights like the dude with the sword. So it's twitch.tv/game nights where I play Travis the Crooked in a Monster of the Week campaign. And that is this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's every other Sunday, and this week is Sunday Prime. Yes. And then on Wednesdays at it is 9 p.m. Eastern, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it ends at midnight. I play Tog Ironpick, a dwarf gentleman, but also barbarian. And that's very fun. It's a Mines of Phandelver campaign over at The Monty Hall. That is twitch.tv/The Monty Hall, HAUL. And twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob eventually. So yeah.
Can't wait to see that last one, bud.
Oh boy, awesome. Me too, Dad.
Thanks for playing tonight, man. The Lady May! Where can people find you at?
Well, mostly they can find me here doing the Dagonays. And then you can find me Lady May, that's MEA, on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter, where I mostly post cat pictures and dice, and the occasional painting if I ever actually get back on that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, May. And last and certainly not least, is Simply Jackson. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me on the internet, usually around 3 a.m. when I have my existential crises. No, That's why I'm so tight today.
Damn.
Any truers?
So, hi, I'm Simply Jackson. I'm playing Ori in the Will of the Wisp right now. If you want to catch me, we'll be playing some more tomorrow evening and Saturday evening. No promise time, because I work 3 jobs. So yeah, that's it. Our Twitter, where I shitpost all day, and some political posts, and some avoidant of certain viruses. Please don't.
Please wash your hands, chat.
Please wash your hands.
Please
wash your hands, you filthy animals.
God, wash your hands. Thank you, Simply. I appreciate that. And before signing off, and I say wash your hands one more time, you know what I've noticed out of all of this stuff is that I fucking love touching my face, and I can't stop doing it. Yeah. And I'm gonna end up sick with something. Anyways, thanks for being here tonight, guys. We'll be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 12. Jesus, I'm jumping in. And maybe we'll actually get to that trial. Maybe. But until then.